Felicitations Adventures. Welcome to Roll for Felicity, where I play a multitude of games with an assortment of players. I'm Taylor Felicity. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm here with Becca, Holly, and Max to play Egress by Dex Davikin, which is a Homestuck fan game. We're playing this game because a couple months ago I hit my donation goal for the PCRF. So thank you to everyone who contributed to that, including Becca, who got us the rest of the way
I
there.
paid for this.
Yeah, this is your reward, everyone. This is what you wanted. I'm actually excited for this. I think this will be fun. And before I talk too much about the game and all that stuff, first I will say it's Johnny Rose. Thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate it. Subscribed for 5 months. That's wonderful. And I'm gonna throw it over to my players to introduce themselves, and we're gonna start with Becca.
Hello, I'm Becca. I use they, he pronouns, and wow, I fully forgot what else we're supposed to say during the thing. I do some TTRPG stuff around. I simply exist sometimes.
What do you like
And
about Homestuck?
that's a great question. I'm not sure. I think it's one of those things where it infected your brain at some point in time and you just like it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. I don't know what led me down this path when I was in high school, but I am here.
It's led you to this point.
It has led me to this point.
Perfect. That's as good as an answer as I can expect.
Mhm.
Holly, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Yeah, hi, apologies. I'm Holly. I use they, them. I am also blanking on what exactly I like about Homestuck.
Maybe someone will be able to answer what they like about Homestuck.
I actually have an answer for this.
Oh
but
my
I mean,
god.
Okay.
I do like I like the game. That was
Great.
my brand of autism. I feel like people either really loved troll lore or they loved Verb.
Yeah. Makes sense.
The two genders.
Yeah.
Max, do you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone what you like about Homestuck?
hello, my name is Max. I'm Arcane Goth on the internet. I use he, they pronouns. I started reading Homestuck in middle school, and I think that being able to like understand a thing that I knew was incredibly complicated, like gave me some kind of like intellectual superiority that I needed because I was being severely bullied otherwise. And something that I really like about it even now is as someone who has complications like expressing my identities, the quadrant system of romance was really helpful for me as a young queer person, and I appreciate its existence as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about Homestuck, I read all of it. I think I finished it like way after it was even in vogue to be reading it. I like started it when it was popular and then finished it way later. And I genuinely think it's funny and creative. Like I think there's a lot of baggage that it has for a lot of reasons, but I was even rereading some of it to like get ready for this and I was like, I understand why I liked this. Like I understand why I read
Yeah.
the whole thing. It is really interesting, really ambitious, um and confusing. It is confusing. And there's a lot that I understood when I was reading it that I don't remember how it works now, so we'll see how I go running this game. Speaking of which, the game we're playing, like I mentioned before, is Egress. Which actually in chat, you can not only check out the links of the players today, but also I just put a link to this game itself, so you can check that out. But basically, Egress is a Homestuck fan game that uses the Powered by the Apocalypse system. So if you're familiar with games like Monster of the Week, Monster Hearts, other games that start with Monster, then this is kind of, you'll notice some similarities. It does have specific classes, aspects, moves, and all of those things that are like specific to Homestuck. And I'm really excited to get into those. One of the things with this game is that there is an aspect of it that is encouraged in the game to kind of include audience participation, which I am going to be using for the stream. So there are two kind of NPC classes for this game called the Lord and the Muse. And those are two classes that are basically represent like forms of an audience. Like the Lord has an agenda to dominate, and some of the moves they have are define the canon of the story through their aspect, which their aspect is kind of their like thing that they have domain over, I guess is the best way to explain it. The Muse's agenda is to appreciate, and one of their moves is to expand the story through their aspect. So these are both ways that like audiences kind of interact with the thing that they're watching, which I think is especially pertinent to Homestuck for a lot of reasons. So if during this game you people watching the stream live in chat right now want to get involved, there's a couple things that you can do. Number one, I do have tip incentives. So if you want some tips to go to these three players, you can do that during the game. For $2, you can give all three players a +1 that they can use later on in the story. You don't have to like time it perfectly. And if you tip $5 or 500 bits, you can introduce a complication, which is basically I will start a poll that will let everyone in chat vote on who should act on the story, the Lord or the Muse. You can also do that with channel points. So there is a channel point redemption right now for 500 channel points that says chat imposes their will on the narrative. And that is basically, it'll trigger a poll to come up that you'll determine something outside of the players will act on the story, and you get to determine whether it's the Lord or the Muse. So you can also redeem channel points to give us all troll horns. So you can do that whenever you want. Actually, I'll do it right now so that people can see it because it's worth it to do. Here we go, troll horns. There we go. We're all lined up perfectly. So those are some things that you can do to interact with the game and with us. I think that's everything that I need to go over before the stream starts. So I'm just going to start with our story today, which begins. A young person stands in their bedroom. They already have a name, so nobody watching gets to decide on it. Holly, tell us about Saga Devlin.
Saga is what you might call an edgelord. Their room is darkly painted, and there are like loose fabric, like banners of. I think that there's probably the tower hanging in the room.
A good omen.
Oh yeah, exactly.
God, Becca.
Sorry, that whole thing.
Yeah,
the tower.
This
one, this tower.
Wait, I have one too.
All my tarot cards are on my bookshelf.
Persona 5 tarot cards somewhere.
What?
And you didn't get them for this?
I don't know where they are. That might be the funniest thought possible.
That's high on the list of things that I'm autistic about. High.
Yeah, their room is decorated with like a lot of sharp objects. They collect like swords.
You love to hear that about a person.
Yeah. They really like Yu-Gi-Oh! So they definitely have like the plastic prop toys of like the Millennium Puzzle and the Millennium Eye hanging in their room.
Yeah. That's great.
Please tell me they have a
finally
fucking dual disc.
Yeah, of course they have a dual disc.
Okay, cool.
How do you think they fight people?
Here we go.
I don't
Here's
know.
my tower.
Hey, there's
Ooh,
a tower.
hell yeah.
It's like almost the last card that I had to search through. Saga, for the past few days, you've been getting messages on your computer from a couple of people who are desperately trying to get you to download a file that they insist is the beta copy of Suburb, a game that you have heard of and are excited to play, but that is, to your knowledge, still in beta. You, at this time, have downloaded it and are kind of getting ready to open it. But before we get to that, I would love for Max and Becca to tell me what these messages have been like that Saga has been getting from the two of you.
We need Saga to continue our session, right?
Yes.
Have you ever seen that one meme where it's like the guy texting his girlfriend and he starts with like really nice pet names and then they get considerably meaner and it ends up that like bowl of cereal left out on the counter? I think from Cygnus's end, they start like very polite and well written, and they always keep like a high level of vocabulary, but become more and more derogatory and annoyed as time goes by.
The lid.
I love that.
I don't know what else you could possibly be doing besides this. Like,
really good. What does Cygnus look like?
So Cygnus is a little bit of a grump. He hasn't had a haircut in a really long time, so he has a ponytail that is pulled low. He has, I've worn them today, the ram style of troll horns. He has thin oval glasses that I came up with this bit when I was making the character. They don't actually have like the ends. His bridge piercing has a magnet that keeps them suspended up on his nose. And
Really
I
good.
think as he's sitting at his computer now, he's not like dressed, but he's in like a fluffy robe where he's sitting on his version of Spurb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, scrub, right? What about Becca? What about your character? What have their messages been like? And what does he look like?
Yeah, I think you've just been getting a series of messages be like, look at this sick thing. You can do this too. And it's just a bunch of like screenshots of like mostly like really cool, like different like hats and stuff. And like all the different like hats you can kind of collect. And then like one where I've like made a very like complicated like track system. And I was like, it doesn't quite work like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's also still as cool. Promise.
This is a method that I literally use to try to get people to play Fields of Mystria, because you can put hats on the animals. I'll be like, oh, look at this one. And it's a fucking chicken in a top hat.
Yeah, I'm just like sending pictures of like all the denizens of my world in like different like weird elaborate cowboy hats. And I'm like, doesn't this look sick as hell? This could be you. Why aren't you here? And then it's like a video of like a, like one of my shitty Roller Coaster Tycoon coasters made out of like fucking the horse shit garbage, and one of the denizens riding on it, and then it definitely like falling off of it and just going like, ow, like bonk, getting like bonked as they try to go like on an invert.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I've almost got it, and then you can ride it soon, like smiley face.
Definitely at least one of these videos ends with the track crashing into like an unnoticed glass building. Like, so yeah, it like crashes in and then like the glass shatters and like the video ends.
And then there's like a family inside that were having dinner, and now they're all like very upset and like yelling at me.
Yeah.
What did I tell you about civilians? Didn't we talk about this?
I mean, they were just there. I didn't see them.
Be more careful. Open your eyes.
They're as open as they can be. Vethus is a dumb idiot of a man. He has very much fully modeled like the way that he dresses and looks like Bruce Campbell from Briscoe County Jr. And he's just trying to look like Bruce Campbell, except he has no muscle and is not strong really at all, but he likes to pretend that he is. Like one of his horns is like fully shattered because he has run into these damn glass walls of all these houses that he can't fucking see just all the time. And like he's not currently wearing a cowboy hat because he has been using the cowboy hat to, you know, make for all the denizens in his land currently. But the implication is that he will wear one, and it probably will not look good on him.
So sad.
Cowboy hats do look good on everyone, I have to say. As a proud cowboy hat owner, they work for everybody.
Yeah,
I think it's just like he's not rocking it exactly.
He needs the confidence.
Yeah. I was gonna say I did edit horns onto Max wearing a cowboy hat for the promo for this, so I can verify that the horns do look, you know, they can look good with a cowboy hat.
That's my cowboy hat, yeah.
I need to pause for a second and say, Melanie, canonically first in chat. I have to have that documented. So you're canonically forever first in chat. So yeah, we have the two of you. I think you've progressed far enough in your game that you can, like, you started off in your own planets, but like are able to get to like the you know, you can get to like the oh, what is it, the battlefield? Yes, I couldn't remember if it was battlefield or battleground. So you're able to like go to each other's planets and things like that and be interacting. And but also on your own, or both like sending messages to Saga. Saga, you finally have decided, like, you've downloaded this thing that they've been sending you, and today is the day that you're finally going to actually run it. What do you think they said that eventually got through to you that you were like, I'm gonna run this like exe file sent to me from strangers?
I think I think at first it was definitely one of those things where Sog was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do it." Yeah, far away from their computer as they say this.
Yeah. What are
yeah,
you?
no, it's installing right now. My Wi-Fi is just bad.
Yeah.
I think one of them maybe was like, I think one of them said something about the game being important. Unfortunately, that struck Saga's main character syndrome, and they were like, "Oh well, if this game is like important, I have to try it."
Yeah. If I'm important, something I do is gonna be important.
Yeah, my attention is for this.
Yeah. I love that. So yeah, you get the game up and running, and immediately, first of all, the two trolls, you can see that this has happened because you are the server players, so you know now what you need to like do. You have to like start getting some stuff built in Saga's house so that they can actually like join the game. So whatever you two have been doing, you like get a little like bloop bloop thing on your computer that's like, it's happening, it's finally happening, this person is finally running the game. And Saga, on your end, like the game starts, and I think there's just like a big like count. It like has the like Suburb logo comes up, and then a big like countdown appears on your computer screen, and you can't like do anything else on your computer. There's just a giant like red numbers on your computer screen that's like a countdown that seems like it's from 5 minutes.
All right. I probably message both of them and just be like, I don't have a credit card if that's the info you want. It's just a picture of the countdown.
Credit for what?
That's a really good question. I don't know.
We already giving you the credit. You downloaded the game.
So what does this virus do when the countdown goes away?
It's not a virus. It's
There's a
game.
giant countdown on my computer screen and I'm not allowed to touch it, and you're saying it's not a virus?
Does your
Yeah, no,
computer not show a countdown when something is downloading?
Yeah, it's when the game starts. Countdown to the game.
I look at my computer screen, which is just a countdown right now, right?
Yeah, it's just a countdown.
And I was like,
That's what that means.
Yeah, you
I
have
was
to
like,
message
I
them like
mean-
from your phone because your computer you can't use to message them. I think the other two of you would know that this is the countdown before, you know, the meteors hit. So whether you're conveying that to Saga or not, you know, that's like, okay, this is like, you know, we probably need to build the Cruxtruder and alchemeter. You need to build some stuff. Guys, I
Wait.
reread the first part of Homestuck.
Can I talk to Bethis in like
Yeah.
private chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can be in like physically
Yeah.
the same location.
No.
It's up to you. Like, you don't have to be, but you can
Oh.
be.
Are we gonna tell him? Or
Do you think it'd be better or worse to do that?
why are you
Time
talking
is
like that?
ticking.
That's how I talk. That's what I sound like. We're gonna make a new friend. I gotta sound cool.
Well, but if you want to keep the friendship long term, you know that you would either have to keep that up forever or eventually admit that it's a lie.
All right, I'll keep it up forever. Understood. You think it'll scare them if we tell them about the meteor coming on down to destroy the things?
I would give that like a 50-50.
Okay. Got it. So
And then I will send a message to the chat with Saga that's like, are you into geology at all?
what's that word you just sent?
Geology.
Like the anime character?
What anime character are you talking about?
I don't know. Ain't one of them called that?
Saga just replies, that's rocks, right?
Yes.
Oh,
It's literally in the name. Geology.
ain't that
The study of
Giorno?
rocks.
ain't Geo a character?
That's
Why not?
Geo.
Oh shit. Close.
Giorno.
DiGiorno. You think we can get them to bring a what's that thing that the humans got over there? A pizza?
Pizza?
You think that'll transfer over? We gotta start building shit. Do we got any grist right now?
I refer to Taylor for that.
You wouldn't alchemize a pizza, would you?
I would. Give it to me.
So there is a move that is build up. So I think
Oh, right. Open a character sheet.
we'll assume that you have grist. Or I guess if this fails, then maybe you don't have grist. I guess this will determine on the dice roll. So, if one of you wants to roll build up, it's plus smart. And that is when you want to create cool toys, build up the setting, or deploy crucial resources, which I think this counts as. If one of you wants to build and one of you wants to help out, there is a help out move. Which is you give someone a helping hand, you roll with friendly. So yeah, honestly, either Saga or Vethis could roll to
What
help
is?
out.
Are you positive or negative in smart?
I'm negative in smart.
Okay, I'm gonna roll then because I have like a flat roll for
So-
negative.
I have
My
a
world
question
dies
about.
because these two are too busy making a pizza oven.
I have a question for you, Taylor.
Yes.
So, like, we're kind of trying to do this together, right? So is that technically someone is doing a build up on my behalf?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay, so my hunk and distress move would trigger, right?
Mhm.
Other
Yes.
characters get a +1 when they build up or help out on your behalf.
Perfect.
But then
So
I
you
can
don't even
also
have
help
to.
out?
Yeah, you can if you want to. You don't have to, but you can.
I'll try to be helpful.
Good. So you get to roll plus friendly.
Great.
And am I still rolling with smart?
Yes, you still are
Okay.
rolling with smart. The help out will just determine if you get like bonuses or different things this
Okay.
move. I'm suspecting by Becca's face that this is not a good result.
I got a 7, so
Oh no. Okay.
I
mean,
I got a
7's good,
to-
but I think
Is that including the +1 that you got from me?
oh no, so then it's an 8.
8. Okay, cool.
Well, that's very unfortunate because I got a total of a 6. So I miss then, right?
Okay, so you actually cause you do
I'm
the
still talking
opposite
about
help
pizza.
out. So, with a help out on a miss, you get in the way. If you helped out another player, they apply a -2 to their next move. So that makes the 8 a 6. So it makes the build up a failure. So on a build-up failure, you create a problem that you or one of your friends must solve.
The
So
pizza is on fire.
It's a pizza cowboy hat. Just what I wanted.
So I think you do build something in Saga's room. What?
Oh, in my room?
Yeah, because they're trying to build the crust shooter and stuff in
So-
your room.
I think what I've done is like I've seen in like this Earth media, like the pizza is always in like the white box. So I managed to like make the box, but then inside there's a bunch of tiny cowboy hats instead of a pizza. Because like I got distracted by by Becca and my points got distracted, and that's how that ended up.
Yeah. So Saga, you have a countdown on your computer that's at like probably 3 minutes. and all of a sudden a white pizza box just like poof into existence in your room.
Just over the chat, just like, hey, I really appreciate the help, but what the fuck is this?
Pizza? Question mark.
I open the box.
It's not delivery.
You open the box and see apparently a bunch of tiny cowboy hats.
Oh, fuck yeah.
God damn it!
Those are sick. Pocket them. Bring 'em
I
in.
take one out and just sort of like question marks above the head, and then just oh no, that's not pizza. Just like one bite.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a plastic cowboy hat that you bite into. So, Saga, if you want to try to figure out what's going on, there is a look around move.
I'd
So
love to
you
do
can
that.
try to do that, or if other people have things they want to do. I believe, if I remember correctly, the two trolls, whichever computer is like running the server like version of this bootleg that you have, you can, I think, see literally Saga and like what they're doing, like if I remember correctly. So you, so you see them go over, open this box, bite. Yeah. But yeah, Saga, what are you doing in response to these strange series of events?
It is the fact that barely any of this has been explained to me.
Yeah, and the
It truly
explanations
is.
have been lies.
Should we say something? Okay.
I guess I'll look around.
Cool. When you're exploring magical lands, solving puzzles, and uncovering fascinating lore, roll with smart. So you get to roll 2d6 and add whatever your smart is to it. Uh-oh,
wait.
we just got followed by Caliborn.
Oh.
Not worried about that at all.
Oh.
Thanks for the follow, Caliborn. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, with my +2, that's an 11.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you get to make up a piece of the setting, like a character, place, or current situation, and mark a connection related to it. So looking around, you get to decide, like you, Holly, as a player, get to decide something that has, like, happened in your room or in, like, your, like, house, your planet, as a result of you starting this game. And also, Caliburn redeemed stretch, so let's all have a little stretch.
I through I God, I think maybe through the window I can see the meteor coming.
Okay, that is, yeah.
It's just that panel of John looking through the window.
Yeah, it does make sense. You get to mark a connection related to it, which connections in this game are kind of like strings in some other Powered by the Apocalypse games. And there's some different types of connections you can have. I'm scrolling up to where that is. You can, this could be like, I feel like this is maybe like, convergence connection type. The infinite imagination forge of Skya cooks up some real doozies. Destiny, prophecy, coincidence, and identity are intertwined and indistinguishable. So that seems to me like what it would be. This seems very like destiny, like a comet is hurtling towards your, or a meteor is hurtling towards your planet. But it's ultimately up to you.
Yeah, I think Saga is looking at this meteor like this is my moment. Um
Yeah.
uh and I think puts in the group chat just like, hey, so after trying that delicious, delicious pizza, decided to look out my window. So what is that?
Well, that's that's Geo. You're muted on here, Max.
Max, you're muted.
Max, you're muted.
This is the part where my joke would have a really good payoff, like if you didn't just ruin it.
Oh no.
I would like maybe just like get under something sturdy.
Oh, okay, so I'm just supposed to tank this.
Well,
That feels really like a you issue. Unfortunately.
it's kind of a
It's an us issue,
an us
actually.
issue too, right? Yeah.
But
I love that you're covering your mic.
Saga is
but
just
we're not.
like at the window on their phone, and you can see them after every message, just like
Look,
We're not in
comment's
the
getting
meteor.
closer and
We're
closer.
Yeah, we gotta do the thing. We gotta do the thing to do the thing to get them out of the.
yes,
right?
we
Yeah.
need to. Yeah,
Where's the thingy here? Do you see it? Scrolling around wherever it is.
Is there something that I can roll?
to game.
Look
where the
around?
hell's the gate?
What's my
Look-
gaming?
Is look around what I would
Yeah. What are you?
roll?
What are you trying to? Are you trying to see like what's going on with like with Saga? Or are you trying to look around like your physical environment to see if there's like something you can do?
Yeah, I guess I'm looking through our like menu or like trying to figure out how.
Like what you can build. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll to look around if you want to. That's plus smart.
Yeah.
You also know from having been each other's server clients, like, you kind of know what you're supposed to build. You just got distracted and didn't build it. So, yeah, you can roll to look around.
Oh, if we know what to build, then maybe we should just do it. But I will roll anyway.
We did try to do it, and then we built a pizza.
Oh, yay! I got a 10 this time.
Okay.
While you
So-
guys roll, I'm
It's
like,
because I didn't help you.
you don't get the
Yeah.
hat.
No, actually.
So you get to make up a piece of the setting, like a character, place, or current situation, and mark a connection related to it. So if you want to have like a specific item that you see that you can build, or like a way to like do what you're trying to do, or something that like could help Saga, or something that's like in your world, really, you just get to add kind of whatever you want.
Decision making, my strength as a person. Most definitely. Yeah.
New hat.
No, not new hat.
Looking about 2 minutes on this countdown here, guys.
You just stop looking at the countdown, okay?
It took up my
Move some
entire
over the
computer
computer so they
space.
can't look at it no more.
Portal?
I leave my room.
Yeah, you
Portal,
leave
we
your
gotta get
room.
him.
Portal?
Portal good?
Can portal. Yeah, portal.
Yeah, if you want, I guess you could maybe, as you're scrolling, instead of like the whole situation that you two had to do, maybe you see just like a thing that's like, instead of making like the crux truder and all of that other stuff, if it's just like, oh, here's the what is it called, the cruxite item or whatever, like you see the option that you can just build that.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. I think with a 10 plus, I won't have you roll to build up again. I think that's like the result of the roll is like you can build
Okay.
it. So yeah, you go ahead and like deploy this item. So Saga, you like walk out of the room, and as you open the door, something like pops into existence at like your feet, and it looks like a bindle, like the stick with like the like the bandana or whatever around it, like just pops at your feet. And the bindle opens up, and inside the bindle is a white rose.
Is this The Bachelor?
Oh no!
Congratulations.
That's so good. Yeah, what's Saga doing? Seeing this white rose.
Hey, what do I do with this?
For the two of you, when you just like picked up the item, then it like brought you to the medium.
It's like a port key. Just grab it.
What?
Do I need to pack?
Yeah, you got it. You got your
No.
stripe specimens, right?
Yeah, I have my deck.
What?
I touched the rose.
What?
You touch the rose right after like all of these meteors just impact into where your house used to be. But Saga, you as you like kind of look around like outside, because there's like this kind of rumbling, and you look outside to like check on like, okay, am I getting hit by meteors? What's happening? And you find yourself in a completely different location. Your whole house was taken with you. But you look around, and it seems like, hang on, I scrolled away from my notes. You see that your house is surrounded by all of these tall towers that are like going up towards this gate in the sky. It looks like a video game portal, like high up above you. You're on like the ground, like your house kind of is on like the ground of this planet that you're on. But you can see like all around you these like dark towers that are going up into the sky. And the other two of you like see that, you know, that you've successfully gotten your client player into the game.
That fucking took long enough.
Hell yeah.
What
Yeah.
And he has to like take off his like stupid house robe and put on his like long dramatic coat to like go outside and meet a new person.
Yeah. I think the way that you see too that like a new player has joined is like from whatever like planet you're on. It sounds like maybe you're I can't tell if you two are in person. If you're in person, it sounds like you're on Vethus's planet, the land of glass and coins. If you're not in person,
we
then
wanna
suggests
be.
you'd be on your planet, yeah. But either of you would see this like other planet kind of appear in the like, you know, atmosphere around Skya.
Mhm. I think we're in person. So I guess if we can see like what was going on in Saga's um house before, so we would have seen that it had moved, so
Yeah.
could kind of like go outside and look.
Yeah. Yeah, you go outside and look and see this like new planet that has like you can even see from like far away, like almost cartoon like these like big towers like coming off of the planet.
You think that's Alton Towers? You know, the theme park?
It's definite. Oh. We don't even have.
Wait, you think our new friend, like...
Do
He's
I
got a
think
theme
that they
park up
went and
there?
got a theme park in the 5 minutes they had before a meteor struck their house?
I don't know. They could have like a land of theme parks and I don't know, big ass towers. I don't know it.
I would have sought more peace if I was less intelligent.
Excuse me?
Let's go. Let's go.
Do you want a hat?
No, I don't. I can't even wear hats. I can't.
You can wear two.
Are they
I
cowboy
think
hats? That you're
I don't think he has hats, but I think he has like basically like leg warmers for his horns. He like a little like anemic nerd, so like he gets cold and can like put them on.
That's
You don't
great.
have to
I
wear a
love
hat.
that.
It's okay.
Yeah, so the two of you kind of are standing outside, which I love because that means you were both in one of these like glass houses. So you like walk out of the glass house. As soon as you get
I
outside,
run into the wall.
yeah, a couple of times before you find the door. The door handles are also glass. It's really hard to see. Both of you have lands that seem specifically kind of antagonistic to you because both of them have things that you're very prone to running into. Like both of you have like glass or mirrors where it's like it's hard to navigate. But as you like walk outside, your kind of feet start to sink into like the coins that Vethus's planet is made of. That's like Scrooge McDuck's vault. So you kind of have to keep moving.
I
But
think
yeah, like I
as
said,
we
you look-
walk, like I pick up like a scoop of them and I kind of like look through them. One day one of these is gonna be Gelt. I don't know when. Take another scoop, but I'm gonna get lucky one of these days.
No, yeah, that's why I collect all the ones I do.
You collect them, but they're all over the ground.
Well, not these ones. Just you know, over at home, I've got all my
Oh, that's all right.
coins and stuff. Yeah,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah, they're
Alright, that's a good one.
You know, they're
How do you
cool.
suppose we get up there?
Well, I was thinking, we try this guy out. I point to one of my roller coasters, and
Oh, I love that.
and try to whoop our way up there.
And what if we die? Because I like being on the ground. I'm a huge fan of that.
Well, yeah, I see and I understand that one, but that's not on the ground. That's up there.
I
So if you're
know.
saying we need to get up there, then that's not on the ground. So I don't understand how we're supposed to both stay on the ground and also get up there.
Can we like run a test first? Like, let's
It's just a
strap one of the
bag of
stupid
flour.
hats into the roller coaster,
Okay.
run it, and make sure that the hat comes back. Then we go.
I think we can get to go at a big enough velocity that it'll send them, you know, kind of shooting up there in a very
Also-
safe way.
You have no shortage of courtiers that love to ride these rides that you built. So you
See, they
could
love
try
them.
it. You could try it with one of those guys.
This
Their
game's so
little
much better
voice.
than Roller Coaster Tycoon. All the guests in Roller Coaster Tycoon hate my rides.
all of your coiners love your rides. They do, I think, have a tendency to, like, your rides don't have, they disappear because they kind of after a while sink into the coins. So like every day you kind of have to build new ones.
It's an art installation piece.
Yeah,
That
nothing's
impermanent.
permanent. We all fade away.
Yeah.
Means something.
Yeah.
You good? As soon as you didn't like that one, you made a concerned face.
I wasn't expecting you to say something like that.
I mean, it's true.
Oh no.
Memento mori.
We're all gonna become tumbleweeds and drift away.
Free my soul.
I think you just like the idea of becoming a tumbleweed, but
Yeah, you ever seen them?
no.
Fuck, I wish I could see a tumbleweed. You were in a desert, right? You had tumbleweeds and shit, and you didn't think of bringing one over for me?
Well, my desert is like made to torment me, so there's basically no plant life besides the kind that will hurt me.
Yeah, tumbleweeds are sharp and stabby. They hit cars and stuff.
No, they're not.
You gotta be careful when you're driving on the roads, because, you know, a tumbleweed will come across and it'll fuck up the front of your car when you hit it.
Oh my god, they are sharp.
Yeah!
I Max, didn't know this.
I love that. Saga, what are you doing on your planet?
We're arguing about tumbleweeds back on
Yeah.
ours.
The two people that you've been messaging have grown strangely silent for the first time since they've started talking to you.
I think there's like a stream of messages where it's like, what the fuck? Am I on Mars? And then just like a brief
Who's
series
Mars? Question mark.
And why are you on top of them?
Hot? Question mark?
Gross.
Oh, I mean gross.
I think at that Saga's like, actually, I'm going to explore a little bit. Goodbye.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to explore, you can. You have a lot of different moves that you could do to kind of figure out what you do next. So there's build up, so you could try to build something here. There are these towers that seem like they're reaching all the way up to this kind of like video game-esque portal thing up in the sky. So if you wanted to try to like get up to that, there is the move forward. Or you could roll look around again to see if you can figure out kind of what's going on.
I could do move forward, which I have a -1 to.
Oh, good. Okay. So move forward when you want to keep going despite hardship, confusion, or exhaustion. Roll with gutsy. Just about anytime you're not certain what you can get from point A to point B, you'll probably want to move forward. So yeah, give me that roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh no.
Oh, we're doing good, huh?
Oh, I think
Oh.
you get XP when you fail rolls. So I think everyone or the two of you should have. I think both have 1 XP from failing.
Well,
rolls.
did I technically
You-
failed because my roll was lowered by another failure. So do I still get XP for that?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it subtracts 2 from your roll, so
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
actually helping because we're power gaming.
We're XP farming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
XP farming. Holly? What did you get on that roll?
A 2.
Okay, you get XP as well. So that's good. Move forward. On a miss, you end up somewhere you don't want to be, maybe even right where you started. If you were at risk of trouble while moving forward, you suffer trouble. I know exactly what this is. So you start climbing this tower, just kind of being like, that's where I need to get to. Like, I've played video games. I know what, like, a quest marker is. So you start just climbing this tower. And after you get like pretty high up, and then at a certain point you're like, it feels like a little bit less stable. Like the tower seems like it's made of like stone, like and you get to a certain point and you go to grab for a ledge and realize that the next part of this tower is not made of stone, it's made of cards. And as you reach for that, it just completely gives way and you fall all the way back down to where you started. You don't take any damage from doing that, like you don't end up in any more trouble, but you do end up back where you started. And I think some of the other towers, like as you hit the ground, like some of them also start to crumble around you as like parts of these towers are made of cards and parts of the tower are made of stone.
Great.
Wait,
I'm gonna
Got this.
put in the chat.
Yeah.
Are you guys still being weird?
we're not weird.
We're talking about tumbleweeds.
All right, so the answer is no.
Yeah. Normal
No,
conversation.
Stop.
What?
Stop. Ask what you were gonna ask, please.
What do I do?
Okay, what is on your planet?
Oh, this is mine?
Yeah,
Certainly
made
not
just for
mine.
you. Smiley face.
The smiley faces are so every time you do it, I'm just like so endeared.
This changes everything. Really cool towers. And cards. Really big cards.
You like playing cards?
They're all different kinds of cards. Like now that they've kind of fallen around you, like some of them are playing cards, some of them are tarot cards, some of them are Yu-Gi-Oh cards, some of them are Pokemon cards. They're like all kinds of different kinds of cards.
Oh shit, Exodia.
What?
It's the left arm of the forbidden one.
What's
Why's the left
forbidden?
arm forbidden?
Uncultured. Saga
We're-
starts walking around this planet carrying this giant left arm of Exodia card.
I
You can
think
make
maybe
it into a
that's why
shield
you.
later.
I think that's why you didn't get hurt falling down, because you grabbed it and it's like it was like a little like
You were
parachute for
cradled by
you.
the left arm of Exodia. Caught in the loving arms.
That's going in the Sylladex. I put it onto a smaller card.
Perfect.
Listen, we're gonna try to get over to your planet where you are.
Not using one of those roller coasters, right?
Thank you. It's so unsafe.
Yeah. We have a different other plan that's equally as good. I mean,
Can't
better than it.
Can't we just make another portal? Like,
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
And you could have a roller coaster go into the portal.
We can roller coaster into the portal.
You're welcome.
I think at the end of the day, deep underneath everything, Cygnus is still a man, and that sounds really awesome. So he's having a hard time doing that.
Come on, Cygnus, we can roller coaster into the portal.
Okay, roller coaster into the portal.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Amazing. Okay, so I think you will need to build the roller coaster and portal. I think that's just one roll. So one of you can use build up. If you want to help again.
I mean, can
you
I just be
try.
a
All right, no,
hunk
can
in
we
distress?
be smart players? Hold on. Build up is
I can just be a hunk in distress and not actually help you, but still give you the +1 and then not
Yes.
give you a -2 when I
all
fail.
right, all right,
Roll.
okay, all right. Let me see what
Yeah.
I can do here.
I'm just sitting there just going, roller
I rolled
coaster.
bad, so I don't know what we gonna do.
Oh no.
You
This
get
game doesn't
5.
happen.
Is that
So 6 is still still a failure, unfortunately.
You're not good at building roller coasters.
I'm more like an architect than a construction guy.
Can I attempt to build a roller coaster?
Yes, you can. I will say on a miss, you create a problem that you or one of your friends must solve. So Max, if you have an idea for a problem, let me know. If you don't, I can think of one. But yeah, Becca, go ahead and roll to try to build a roller coaster just by yourself.
Roller coaster.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I'll give you a +1 to this because it is part of like your things that you
Aw.
love.
Shucks. Thank you. So then that would be a 9 minus 1 because of my smarts. So an 8.
An 8 is
Yeah.
a mixed success, so that's good. You get to choose from one of the build-up options. So you can either create something useful and mark a connection related to it, improve a piece of the setting and mark a connection related to it, or deploy resources necessary for victory.
I think this is deploying resources necessary for a victory, which is the
Yeah.
victory of getting through to the other side.
Yeah. You create a roller coaster. What does the roller coaster look like? What is it made out of? Like, what have you managed to
So it is
do on your
definitely
planet?
made of the coins that are gathered around that are just kind of all glued together.
Good.
Yeah, and it does have an unnecessary inversion in it, because of course it does. Even though, like, truly it is like a track that goes, up so that it could go down, do an inversion, and it's just a straight line into the portal. So truly it's just, we could just walk into the portal, but first we're gonna do a loop before we're gonna have an up and a drop and a loop, and then we go in the portal.
I love that so much. That's so
And
funny.
at the end there's still a portal, but it is definitely like wooden roller coaster levels of rickety.
Perfect.
But instead of wood, it is made out of coins. Maybe like wooden coins that I found.
Yeah, I think,
I was
because
trying-
is a bunch of different kinds of coins. So yeah, you could find like wooden nickels.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm trying to go for the more, wooden coaster inspired, like, Knott's Berry Farms, Ghost Rider, or, the Alton Towers again in their Wicker Man
What the
coaster.
fuck are you saying?
Nothing. Just words. Our coaster's done. Look at it. Do you like it?
It worries me, but also impresses me how fast you can make that. I don't know if I love that it's made of wood, but
Wooden coasters are a kind of like thing, and they get shit up on a lot because they're not seen as like as modern as like kind of steel coasters. And technically wooden coasters are not supposed to have an inversion, but I thought we could maybe like spice things up with it because inversions are kind of dangerous
by
on wooden roller
inversion, do
coasters.
you mean that we go backwards?
No, inversion is an upside down. The loop.
Like
Those
Sonic the
cute
Hedgehog.
Okay, let's get in the coaster. Let's...
Max, I think unless you have an idea for what the complication from your film
I
is,
forgot about that by now.
That's fine. I thought of one. So I think when you were trying to build the coaster, you didn't really manage to like really build very much, but a lot of the courtiers of this planet got excited and are all gathered around you. So the problem now is that a lot of them are climbing into the coaster that Vethis has made and are like excited. Like there's like a line now of these little
lizards. A queue.
Yeah,
I didn't think at all about the theming of the queue. We have to make it entertaining so people don't pull out their phones.
And I guess oh, go ahead. Sorry, Max.
It's just like, I don't think they could be more excited for this. I don't think anybody's
but
distracted.
Every ride needs a good queue. Otherwise, when you're standing there waiting for a long time, you're gonna get bored.
One of
Do
them
you not
is
just like
under pulling a lever to like start it going. So like just while you're talking, all of these little lizards are getting like going through the roller coaster and going through the portal.
Is it working, my coaster?
Actually, it's I don't think I'm gonna stop them because like I want to see like what happens.
Yeah, they're going through the coaster and like going into the portal and not coming out just through the other side. But you don't necessarily know where the portal's going to. You don't know if it'll work for you too. The line is progressing, but more and more of them are getting in line as you.
We gotta get in line. I'm just gonna grab you and start pulling you into the line.
Okay.
This is a good time for me to ask the two of you. When you came into the medium, what did you use to prototype your sprites? Because that'll affect what your courtiers are like wearing and like things like that. So what do you think the two of you used to prototype your sprites?
We're in my land, so
Yeah, it's your land.
it is
so-
my land. I think I did just use a snake skin that was lying around, like a shedded
Okay.
snake skin from
Yeah.
my from,
Yeah.
and then
Normal.
probably also a DVD of Briscoe County Jr.
Okay,
Are probably the
I
two
don't-
things that I had
I
most
don't
laying
know what
around.
Briscoe County Jr. is.
I had to look it up.
Snake Campbell?
It's Bruce Campbell as a cowboy. It's the one cowboy show I've seen because my mother loves it.
Okay.
It's just
Snake
Bruce
Um,
Campbell
groovy.
as a
Yeah.
cowboy.
So I think then your courtiers are like very snake-like. I think they have little feet, but they don't have arms, and like their heads are very like snake-like, and they are all wearing like cowboy hats. Like this is very Western themed. So they're all getting in line, getting into this thing, and then going and flying into this portal. So yeah, if the two of you want to see what happens, one of you can roll to move forward, to see if this portal takes you to Saga's land.
I feel like want is like a really strong word.
You don't want to ride the Bronco?
But
Who has better gutsy, I guess, is the question.
my gutsy is a 1.
Oh, mine's a 0.
Okay.
I'm only
go.
good at being
I
a
think
friend.
I don't want to do this, but I am good at doing what needs to be done. So I will do what needs to be done.
There you go.
I'm just so excited to
Um,
ride the coaster.
Oh, this time I got a 9. So
oh,
because I have
perfect.
plus 1. So
So on a 9, you get to choose from one of the options. You end up where you want to be, but suffer trouble or a complication along the way, or you end up somewhere safe, but not where you wanted to be. So you get to choose. And while you're deciding, Dex Davikin, who's in the chat, wrote the game.
oh my gosh.
Hello,
Whoa.
welcome.
We're causing
Uh,
chaos.
Yes, we're caught. There's a lot of chaos. But yeah.
How many
don't think there's
coasters have
Wait,
gone
should we
through
answer
here?
should we answer
Yeah.
Dex's question?
Yeah, what classes and aspects are all of you? This is good too because we haven't really specifically mentioned it.
Yes.
I think mine's the only one with something that's come up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Becca, yeah, what class and aspect?
Oh, I am a page of blood.
Very
Hence
good.
my use of hunk and distress all the time.
That's very good. Max, what's your class spect?
I am a rogue of time.
Yeah. And then Holly, what's your class spect?
I am Prince of Void.
Very cool. I feel like a kindergarten teacher. And what is your class spect? But Dex, we're having a lot of fun with this game, so thanks for dropping by. It's cool that you came by. So yeah, Max, which one are you choosing? Do you want to end up where you want or end up somewhere safe?
I think for the sake of moving the game on, let's end up
Yeah.
where we want. Yeah.
Cool. So let's cut over to what Saga is seeing. So Saga, you're kind of like walking around your planet, the land of what did I call it? Cards and Towers, I think. Yeah, the land of Cards and Towers. So you're walking around, and then you hear like kind of this kerfuffle, like kind of in the distance, and you go to like inspect like what is happening. You just kind of are hearing a lot of like stuff, and then you're seeing all of these like kind of like snake-like reptiles just like coming through this portal and like landing in a pile. They're in like these these carts made of wooden nickels. And they're just flying through and landing. And every time more of them, they're all just landing on top of each other. So there's just a pile of these little lizards with cowboy hats. And like wooden nickels that have like broken apart. And they're all just kind of like looking around confusedly. And
The
then
other-
after, yeah, as you get closer, then two creatures you've never seen in your life come through this portal in one of these wooden nickel carts.
Gotta have your hands up for it. Woo!
Signet is holding on for dear life.
Woo!
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, you fly through the portal and like crash into all of these all of these lizards. And you do have to have
Second
a
coaster is hit.
complication. Suffer trouble or a
Complications.
complicational.
My theme park gets shut down on Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I mean,
I've
maybe
stranded all my guests.
I think the complication is after you like soar through this portal, it disappears behind you. So you're kind of stuck on this planet. Which both of the trolls would perhaps notice, there don't appear to be any, like, there's no other living beings on this planet except for Saga. Because Saga, you don't know this, but because you just got your, like, Cruxite item, you didn't get a Sprite. Like, normally that comes out, but you don't have a Sprite.
We like glitched me into a deeper part of the game that I'm supposed to be in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a speed running tactic.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a thing where they're like, all right, now use the item you got in the tutorial.
There's
You're
a
like,
miss
"What's
joke in
the
here, but
tutorial?"
I'm not gonna go on that tangent because I am civilized and professional.
If we start talking about Mist, this stream is gonna go on for forever.
We will be cooked.
I will be lost because I haven't played Myst.
There is a Miss TTRPG which I have never played. That's my fun fact.
Ooh.
But I do own it.
Careful
haven't
mentioning
played
weird
Myst, but I'll play it.
TTRPGs on this stream because maybe I will just casually be like, "Oh, I'll play it," and then that's yeah. Becca is supposed
This
to.
game
at
that I
some
promised to run
point-
for you.
Yeah, Becca's gonna run a tune campaign for me.
I want to play that.
He's been talking about that for upwards of a year.
Uh-oh.
That game, yeah.
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen. So yeah, Saga, you as you get closer, see these two trolls fly out of a portal,
Woo!
land in a pile of lizards, and then the portal behind them disappears.
Pop my head out of the pile of wooden coins. We gotta requeue on that right now. It was incredible. Oh. Hi. Hello.
I'm so tempted to use obfuscation right now.
You should.
Yeah, I think Saga sees the snakes that look weirdly like Bruce Campbell. And then two aliens appear, and then you say hi, and Saga just ducks into the foliage.
Wait, are you? I would refer to them by their Pester Chum handle, which I've been waiting for the overlay to go around to it, but I forget what it is for Saga.
Vaulted Scryer.
Yeah. Are you Vaulted Scryer?
My Christian name.
Who?
Oh, the person that we've been bothering for like a month and a half.
Right, yeah.
Saga pokes their head back out. It's like, oh, so you're the asshole one, and you're the nice one.
Nice one. Did you hear that? Oh, you're not an asshole.
I am an asshole, but that's okay.
I mean, yeah, but that's not like a bad thing.
No, it's a choice, and I'm very happy with it.
Is there anyone else?
Just us.
My friends. I gestured to the Bruce Campbells.
They're all just like
The Bruce
squirming and
Wakandas.
wiggling
When you
around.
call them that, it sounds like they're a band, and not like
Please welcome to the stage, the Bruce Campbells. Burner, turner, turner. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, they're all wiggling around, thrashing. Similar vibe to Vethis, I feel like. helplessly thrashing around.
helpless.
I love that song, Helplessly Thrashing.
By the Bruce Campbells.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, they're a ska band, obviously. What else do you skank to in the year of our Lord? Don't take your headphones off. You have to listen to me.
Get me out of here.
Put those back where they came from, or
I think Vethis' character playlist should be exclusively ska covers of country songs.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
Is there enough of that to make a whole playlist?
I'm gonna find out.
I knew that was
The
coming.
Me First and the Gimme Gimmes have gotta have done it. I like ska unironically.
Okay, the funny thing is, I like some ska songs, but I find people that like ska as a personality trait are often insufferable.
Oh yeah. This is how Cygnus and Saga bond. Talking about the kinds of people they hate.
The hatred of ska transcends planets.
But that's just an impression that I get.
What's
That's
happening
hides
next?
its ska collection.
I mean, we asked a question.
What did you ask?
We asked if Saga is Volta Scryer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they said my Christian name.
Yeah.
That isn't like a response.
Well, then they said, well, you're the asshole and you're the nice
yes,
one.
we did say that.
Yeah, that's me. So you guys aren't human?
No. But Vethis is like pretty into that, so
What?
humans and human stuff. You know a lot about their stuff.
My
You
stuff?
like theme parks? You ever been to
No.
one?
Yes.
What's it like?
Loud and noisy and hot.
Oh, fuck, that sounds so good. Shit. There are tumbleweeds there too? It's hot,
Oh.
you said? What the damn. Almost perfect.
Welcome to my world. Well, welcome to your world, but like welcome to my world. Okay, so let me give you like the government mandated rundown. Do you know anything about what's going on before I start talking?
No, you two literally would not shut up for a week telling me to download a video game. And I got as far as I could take with lying to you. And
Yeah, Sig, we didn't
not
really,
not installing it.
we really didn't say a damn thing actually about it.
Well,
And then I'm pretty sure we blew up the Earth. Is it gone now? Or
who's to say?
well, every tumbleweed in the universe is extinct now.
Wait, if the Earth's gone, that means that Carowinds, at Alton Towers,
Oh my god.
Universal Studios,
Don't forget Six Flags Great Adventure.
not Six Flags Great Adventure,
Is that the one with the old man in the commercial?
dude, the
Yes.
Venga bus. Dude, the Venga bus will never be coming for me.
Okay,
I sit down and
Loki,
cry.
I don't know about Earth. You are no longer on it. So
I had no clue.
this. Okay, so. All right. Okay, here's a piece of Earth media that I know. Have you ever seen Tron?
Yeah.
You know how they like go into the game?
Are we in Tron?
I wish we were in
Is
Tron.
Jeff Bridges here?
He's a little old for me, but no, he's not here. It's the concept, like I'm conceptualizing right now.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a internet friend having bad taste.
That's never happened to you before?
They're talking about
Saga,
me.
who does not have
Oh.
friends, being like, no, it hasn't.
Also, I love that, like, you were like, oh yeah, you're the asshole, and then you're like, but you are my friend. the only thing you've been doing is
Look.
harassing me for a couple days, but we are friends.
We don't need to go further into that.
I will say, for the two trolls, something strikes you, which is when you first entered the medium on your planets, you were almost immediately, like, besieged by creatures, like imps, that were trying to stop you from, like, getting to your first gate and all this different stuff. That's not happening for some reason with Saga.
Have you seen anyone else here, like, on this planet when you started walking around? Anything like that?
No.
Nobody?
No, it's kind of just been me. I even made a lot of noise fucking up those towers back there.
I wonder if it's because we portaled you in.
I'll always remember.
Oh, should we not have done that? Does that pick things up if we do that? Well, yeah, because wait, how are you? One
Go on,
second.
finish it. Finish the thought. Go ahead.
How are
Well, don't hurt yourself.
don't listen. How are they supposed to gain experience if there's nothing to kill here?
Meaningful experiences? Fuck if I know.
What do
Saga's
humans think are?
poking one of the Bruce Campbells with the dual disc.
There are technically things to kill, and I look over at that scene happening.
Hey, whoa, hey! My son, my baby boy. It's okay, Bruce Campbell. I've got
That
you.
is not your son. If anything, that
I
is like
kissed my
Frankenstein's
Bruce Campbell on the
monster.
forehead.
It's
My
like
snake Bruce
squirming a little bit, but it seems happy.
I'm just imagining Stabby from Centaur World. You're my legal guardian.
So, okay, well, if there's nothing, I mean, maybe you only explored a bit enough to knock down a few towers. Maybe there's in other towers, the imps are always in another tower. That's the thing that they say on the Earth, right?
No.
Ain't that like a quote from one of them? One of the Earth video games. You're both looking at
So
me
if we
like
keep
I'm an
walking-
idiot. Okay.
If you guys want to knock down some towers, there is the move of break through, which is if you want to break the rules or destroy whatever stands in your way, roll with edgy. So you
Oh,
can't-
I have a +2 in that.
Go ahead.
Finally.
Yeah, go ahead and roll plus edgy.
Okay. With the +2, 10.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you break something or inflict trouble on a foe, which it was pretty much just break something because there's no foe. You also choose one. You can either avoid suffering any trouble, because by default, this move, you get trouble. You can break something dramatically and decisively, or inflict an extra level of trouble on a foe, but there's no foe. What are you picking?
I'm breaking something dramatically.
Okay. So
Avoid suffering trouble? No.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you describe how you knock down this tower. I will say the trouble is part of it falls on you. So but yeah, how does Saga go over and knock down one of these towers dramatically and decisively?
I think it is genuinely like Saga like stands in front of one and just trying to look cool in front of the others.
Mhm.
And then just hits it with the dual disc.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit it with a dual disc. I think the problem with these towers is it's hard to tell what is stone and what is card. Like the back of all these cards look like really realistic stone.
Yeah.
But when you go to hit this, it is a card. So you knock down like the base of this tower, which is made of cards. But then upper levels of the tower are made of stone, and so the whole thing starts crashing down. And like there's all these cards that like go all over the place, like Uno cards, Magic the Gathering cards, like all these different cards like are flying around. But then the stones start to fall, and one of them does like land like smack like on top of your head. And so you're at trouble 2
Like Goofy?
now. Like Goofy.
I'm
yeah.
thinking so much about the one guy who had like his headstone for when he had passed. His like mother had his headstone made into a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm thinking so much
Yeah.
of that right now.
Yeah, it's a very similar vibe. Okay, let me see. Where's the trouble?
Right
You
here
are
in River
now
City?
endangered. Your situation is
Wow.
clearly unsafe, and
Oh,
anyone paying
Lord.
attention can tell. You might be scared, angry, confused, or willfully oblivious. Maybe you're on a hair trigger, prone to lash out or freak out at the slightest provocation, or maybe you're emotionally tuned out. It isn't good to be endangered, but people who get out of bad situations grow as a result. Whenever you stop being endangered, mark an experience. So you are now endangered. What is,
No
what is Saga's reaction to being hit on the top of the head like Goofy by a big chunk of rock?
I think Saga is like stunned and is like counting fingers, like making sure that like they haven't damaged themselves like
You're
that.
you're counting your own fingers. So instead
Yeah,
of
yeah.
someone being like, you're asking yourself, how many fingers am I holding up?
Yeah. I turn to one of the Bruce Campbells and it's like, how many?
They just blink up at you on not
Oh
understanding.
God, I love them. And I go 3.
Thank
Not-
you, Bruce Campbell.
Not
That
helping
looked
you
real
at all.
cool.
Are you concussed or no?
No, I think I'm good. That
Okay,
looks cool.
Yeah,
it looks cool until you got hit.
that still kind of looked cool, but not in like a way where it's cool that you got hurt, but in a way that you still look cool while it happened.
Nice.
It'd be like a cool gifable moment. Like it'd be a good like react to user for something.
Be a good YouTube thumbnail.
Oh, dude, this YouTube short's gonna fucking rip.
I survived.
Even my session partner wants to use a roller coaster to travel.
I think, Max, did you decide on what you prototyped your sprite with?
No. I think that I wanted them to like feel natural in the environment of my planet.
Mhm.
So I tried to procure like reptile like scales and like things that would like retain water well, like in a
Mm.
desert, and like in hopes that they would be able to survive.
Yeah. Yeah, I think your denizens aren't here. But does look they do look more frog-like, I think. But like frog-like, but with like almost like a like Pokemon style where they have like kind of harder scales Pokemon, like, in the way that, like, some Pokemon are like, this animal plus this other thing. Like, that's what it's like. So
Mhm.
it's like a frog, but they have, like, some kind of, like, rocky kind of scales
I
on them.
love, it is no secret that I love when it's like an animal is also another thing.
Yeah. So then I think your sprite is kind of similar to that. Like, your sprite looks a lot like the like your quarters on your planet. So your sprite isn't here because I think they have to stay on your planet until like a certain point or whatever. But they can message you. So you get like a message from like your sprite that says, "Head for the exit."
We gotta go.
Huh?
Huh?
I will show the message.
Yeah, it's just a little message that says, "Head for the exit."
Well, where? I mean, Portal's
All right.
gone. I point at my pile of Bruce Campbells and nickels.
They're all now kind of standing around on a huddle, like they've helped each other up. They're kind of taking the nickels and like some of them are like just putting them in their mouths. Other ones are like pretending like they have pockets, but they're just dropping the nickels on the ground.
I would say that they're doing their best, but I'm not entirely sure that that's true.
Well, they're not doing their worst. And that's all we can ask, right?
I guess. I don't know. We gave them life. Doesn't that give us a little bit of authority?
Well, that makes it kind of sad when you think, where's the exit?
Um,
Can you ask? Can you make them narrow it down any?
I'll reply like coordinates ?
You get a string of coordinates, but you have it doesn't mean anything to you.
Where are we dropping, boys? Like,
Tilted Towers.
That
You
feels
would
when
be
we
knocking it
referential.
tilted
down?
at the towers.
I will say that if any of you like looked up or were looking around, you can see this like green like gate up above the planet. Which for you two, when you got through that first gate, it took you to like the battlefield.
Are we supposed to go there?
We could go there, but do you have like a weapon? Like, what is that giant thing that you're carrying, and is it suitable for combat?
Yeah, why is your arm so long?
It's Saga is dealing with the fact that these are aliens, which means they probably don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Yeah.
So if I simply say this is a dual disc, there's like a pause that's maybe a little bit too long before Saga goes, it's a dual disc.
So it is for combat.
Yes.
Okay, then we can get going.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we climb in a tower?
All right. Well, I'm gonna start climbing. I am gonna fish out of my Silodex, which does take like a couple cards, like just random items popping up out of cards, like a pop-up book.
I love that.
And then there's the tiny little cowboy hat, which I do imagine to be pizza print.
Oh yeah.
We were so close.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I put it on one of the Bruce Campbells.
I'm gonna kneel next to this Bruce Campbell and put my hand on its not shoulder because it doesn't have arms. It's a snake. But where its shoulder would be if it did have arms and it wasn't a snake. I'm gonna go. You've just been crowned the king of pizza. Pizza King. Pizza King Bruce Campbell of the Bruce Campbells.
It's just looking.
If I
up at
die,
your little
you
stars
have
in
to
its
avenge
eyes.
me.
We can't. We can't. We can't have a mascot. It's too dangerous for us to have a mascot.
This planet's yours. If anyone else on this planet tells you that it isn't, well, I don't know.
You have to challenge them to a duel.
Yeah, you have to find one of those arm things. You gotta find one of those arms. They're
It looks
usually, I think,
down
in
as
chests somewhere.
no arms.
You'll make it work.
You're gonna
Looks
make
back
it work.
up at you, nods.
Yeah. I
Uh,
love you so much, Pizza Bruce Campbell.
I think you have to roll open up. When
Okay.
you've got to let someone know what you want to really feel, roll with friendly. So it'll be towards this little Pizza Bruce Campbell. Oh no.
Got an 11.
Oh, good! On a 10 plus, mark a connection related to the character or entity you opened up to. If you opened up to an NPC, they actively want to help you.
Well,
yeah.
well, Pizza Bruce Campbell.
Pizza Bruce Campbell gets a very serious look on their face. Like, I think a lot of the Bruce Campbells just kind of have these, like, kind of dumb smiles. But Pizza Bruce Campbell, the smile kind of, like, goes away and goes into, like, a straight line.
You took a perfectly good snow. You gave it depression.
No, he's motivated. Look at him.
You can see it, like, he doesn't, like, grow eyebrows, but he has kind of, like, ridges where, like, eyebrows would be the kind of furrow.
Like how dogs started having, like, the
Yeah.
eyebrow muscles.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so it's like a
They're
snake that has, like,
evolving.
eyebrow muzzles, and it's nodding at you, and immediately turns and starts, like, talking to the other Bruce Campbells, who start, like, getting into, like, a formation, like a military formation. And kind of, like, gestures with Pizza Bruce Campbell gestures with his tail. They all go off in just different directions to patrol this planet and protect it.
Yeah.
Just like Spore.
Yeah, it's exactly like Spore.
Just like Spore. I love that.
So you also get to mark a connection to Pizza Bruce Campbell.
Oh, thank God. I was really aching for a connection to Pizza Bruce Campbell.
The way I can immediately see it going from smiling to like just the pixels shifting down
Yeah.
as like 2 pages of Homestuck.
Yeah, and the eyebrows appearing. Yeah, so all the Bruce Campbells disperse, and you all can,
Godspeed,
if you want
soldiers.
to try to, yeah, it's this really, like, dramatic, like, we see Vethis from behind, like, doing the salute, and, like, all the
Then it's a
Bruce
close up on my
Campbells.
face and I'm crying a single tear. Yeah.
Solid Snake at the grave.
So it's like the grave, but it's the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card grave.
Wait. Before they leave, I do want to
Yeah.
call Pizza Bruce Campbell back before the end of this bit. And I just want to go, I need to give you my strongest weapon. And then out of
No,
my
you need your
Philadex,
strongest weapon. Guys!
out of my
This is
Philadex,
important.
I'm going to give it the giant
They're very
Left
nice,
arm
but
of
they
the
don't have
Forbidden One
arms.
card.
Like,
Pizza Bruce Campbell has no arms, so like, you give it this card, and it just bites down on it in its mouth, so it's just carrying in its, like, very non-smiling straight mouth an enormous card, and goes off with everybody else.
I'm gonna cry.
Perfect. Cygnus saying, no, you need your strongest weapon. Don't give this guy your strongest weapon. You need it. Yeah. Are you guys gonna try to go through the gate?
Are we climbing, or are we building another coaster to jump through the gate?
we're not going on another one of the coasters. Climb. Go.
The face.
Okay.
I think this is a move forward. Because you spent so much time separated, I don't want you to roll separately and then end up separated again. So I'll say whoever wants to, whoever has the best gutsy can roll move forward. And if somebody else wants to roll to help, you can. But yeah.
I have +1. I don't know if anybody has better than that, actually.
I have a -1 to gutsy and a -2 to friendly.
I'll roll to help.
Alright.
I'll roll to help you.
Alright, I'll roll the gutsy. Oh, I rolled an 11.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
I got an 8 on my help out.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Yay.
cool. So we'll resolve the help out first and then resolve the move forward. So on a, what did you say? You got an 8, Becca?
Yes.
You can choose to either add +1 to another PC's next move. You can let a PC mark a connection related to you. And then the last one relates to NPCs. So you can
Well,
either...
you already got an 11.
Yeah.
So you can mark. I'll give a PC a connection with me if you want one.
I'll take one.
Yeah, what's this connection that you two forge in this moment of of helping, of Vethus helping. For real, actually helping.
Actually helping this time.
I think I get just as like Cygnus before, like regrettably, or not regrettably, what's the word I'm looking for? Apprehensively admitted that the roller coasters, albeit like he finds them terrifying, are very impressive. I think he obviously is not like the biggest like get outside type, but he's very serious about getting to this portal, so he like locks in and is just like climbing, so he's being like not as snarky and just like genuinely helpful to get you guys up.
Oh.
I don't know if that suffices for to answer the question.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
How is Vethus helping, like specifically? Like what is Vethus doing as you're climbing to help?
I think I'm just like, pointing at using my knowledge of how to build a good coaster-ish, looking at like structure and being like, okay, yeah, that one looks like it's, a more solid place to climb. And then just like observing basically like, oh, this one's a card versus this one is actually rock. And I'm like, what is a better way to climb? And,
Yeah, Vethus, for the first time maybe in your interactions with Cygnus, you feel like that they have respect for you, maybe even admiration for what you're doing. How does Vethus feel about that?
normal. It feels really normal in a really normal way about that.
Becca and I always play characters that feel really normal about each other.
Yeah.
We're known for that even.
Yeah. It's such a normal feeling that's not like building on anything else that's already there. It's just like, yes, I'm just helping my friend and it's going
Friendship.
well. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's
Yeah.
fine. He's not looking at me right now, so he doesn't see how blue my cheeks are. It's okay.
Oh. I love it. So then Cygnus, you rolled successfully for move forward. So on a 10+, you safely end up where you want to be. So unlike for your two planets, like you both had to like build stuff for each other to get up to these gates. You're just able to like climb up these towers, and with Vethus like being able to point out like, oh yeah, that's a card, that's actually rock. You're able to kind of all of you climb up to the top and get to this gate, and can just like kind of like jump up through it. Is there anything that you do before you actually go through the gate while you're standing at the top of the tower?
Once I get up there, I think Cygnus is like, I'm so jealous. You have so many structural supports here. I just have fucking sand. It's all sand.
Yeah, it is coarse and rough,
And it gets everywhere. And he's not even saying it as a reference. It's just really how he feels.
You did bait it though. Just like, oh, perfect.
Anakin arc.
Well, are we just like able to reach out and touch the portal?
Yeah, you could literally just like jump
Alright.
up and go through it.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna say, you know what they always say, skill issue, and then I jump up and touch the portal.
You immediately disappear from the two trolls' view.
Who always says that?
Yeah, I've never heard that one. But
Skill issue? Should we be saying that now?
I don't know.
Well, skill issue, and I jump back. We can't do this, Max.
Yes, we can.
You both say skill issue at the exact same time, jump up and touch this gate, and all three of you find yourself in the center of this battlefield, which the two trolls have been down here before because you've already gotten through some of the game. You are immediately surrounded. Like, the ground is like this black and white, like, chess checkerboard that kind of goes out around you on all sides. It's like this huge battleground. There is like fighting happening here too. So the Dursites and Prospidians are like fighting each other. They're it's very Western. Like, they're wearing cowboy hats. They're like these duels happening. But I'll leave it up to you if you want your character to notice this. It's definitely noticeable. There's like weirdly a lot of like romantic tension in these fights. Like, you're seeing a lot of like people like grabbing each other's like collars and like pulling close to each other to like set like, you know, trade barbs back and forth. There's like lassos grabbing people, like pulling them in. Like, there's like, even like when people are getting injured, like when the enemy goes for like the final blow, they're like cradling the person in their arms and like stabbing them through the chest in this like very like erotic way. Like, this is a weirdly like emotional, and like all of the fights on this whole battlefield around you are like this.
I'm choosing to not notice that. I don't. I'm just like, wow, this looks like cowboy stuff.
Cygnus notices it and like gets kind of caught up like watching like a particularly like tense battle, and like finds that he's able to like anticipate like the exchange of words that they're gonna have next, and is sitting there like mumbling it to himself, and then is surprised when it actually like happens that way.
Yeah. Like, you are able to mouth along with like what is being said between like this fight that you're watching before this Durst like soldier like I said, like, is holding on, like cradling the Prospect soldiers that they're fighting before they like bury their dagger into them and like twist to the knife. But then like the Durst soldier is like crying a little bit as it's happening and like kisses the Prospidian on the forehead. Yeah.
So you guys have been here before?
Yeah, it is a little different than I remember.
Yeah, it's really beautiful here.
And it's not like influenced by the people who visit, right?
Oh.
What?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Well, do you think it's influenced by you?
Clearly, they're talking about you because of the cowboy hats.
Yeah, because of the cowboy hats.
You're the one who made cowboy hats, like the first thing. You had all those mini cowboy hats. That's weird. No, that's not how I saw it. I don't know what you're on about.
That's not how I saw it.
What I saw is they just appeared in their room.
I just saw cowboy hats that showed up in their room. Okay, that's what I saw. I wasn't thinking about them or pizza or Dio from anime.
No. Yeah, you're noticing a lot of the fighters are also doing very dramatic poses. A lot of JoJo poses is also happening. Dio from anime.
Becca does not watch anime.
Yeah.
Becca could not name which anime Dio would be from. But I could now, I suppose.
JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah.
Adventure.
I just gathered that from Taylor saying JoJo poses, and I was like, oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's like all of this fighting happening around you. They seem oddly not really that concerned with you all appearing here. They
That's a
seem
good
wrapped up.
thing.
Yeah, they seem wrapped up in their
Sure.
own kind of stories.
I bet. Me too, the fuck?
But I think actually this is probably a good time for us to take our break because we are
Ooh.
about
Oh, wow,
halfway
yeah.
through. So we're gonna take a quick
Halfway.
break.
You're telling me this isn't a campaign that we're gonna play for forever?
I mean, let's see. So we're gonna go on our break screen. We'll be gone for about 10-15 minutes. And while we're on the break screen, you can see more information about the players who are playing, as well as some promo for some of my recent and upcoming stuff that's gonna be on YouTube. So it's some YouTube thumbnails of things that are coming up. And I'll also have the links on everything for the players coming up in the chat. So don't go click on stuff. Click on stuff and get a drink, get a snack, and we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Bye.
Skill issue.
Felicitations, adventurers. We're back with the second half of this Egress one-shot. And basically what's happened so far is we've got two trolls that started a two-player game of Scrub, and then realized that they were missing something important, and found a bootleg copy of a similar game, and got a human player to join. That player has joined. There was some shenanigans on their planet, and now you all are all on the battlefield of Skya. So I think I should probably say some stuff that we decided kind of about the situation that you're all in that I don't think we've like explicitly said for the stream. So the thing that the two trolls know, after having played for a little while, is like one of your sprites or both of your sprites were like, oh, you need to light the fire in the forge. And so you went looking for the forge, and there isn't one in your session. And I think after some like figuring out of some different things, talking to sprites, talking to like different people and things like that, you were able to figure out that you don't have a player whose aspect is space. You have a player whose aspect is time, but you don't have one whose aspect is space, which to your understanding means that this will be a null session of the game. You won't be able to beat the game. You won't be able to get your, the ultimate reward. So you're kind of like, okay, maybe we can get this person in who's supposed to be a space player, and figure out like what's going on. You have not communicated that to Saga yet. And also unbeknownst to you.
You're muted still, Max.
Oh yeah, sorry Max, were you saying something?
Because that's too much to tell somebody. Like,
Yeah.
that's way too much.
That's a lot
Like-
for me to tell the audience. So unbeknownst to them, Saga is not a space player. It has a different aspect. I will also say before we get back into it, for people watching, there are some things that you can do with channel points or with cold hard cash to affect the game. One of them is you can do what I'm about to do. You can give us little troll horns with channel points. So, I love the little chicken feet one that I have. And actually, I should do this. These troll horns are all from this Deviant artist made a bunch of free horn bases. That's how I use art.
Wow,
Deviant
we're
art.
really.
Yeah.
Wow, we're hitting all the bases tonight.
We are.
What else can we hit?
Deep cuts.
The other thing that you can do is either with channel points or if you tip $5 or 500 bits, you can impose your will on the narrative, which essentially, you may notice that I have these little cherub swirls on my cheeks. You can get the cherubs involved. I have some stuff for the Lord and the Muse. And if someone redeems that or tips $5, it will trigger a poll for everyone watching to have either the Lord or the Muse take action over the story. So that's what we've got going on. You all appeared on the battlefield in this very kind of erotically charged fight that's happening. The fighters on the battlefield haven't really seemed to notice either of you that much, or any of you, I should
They're
say.
clearly
that much.
busy. Like,
Yeah, they're busy. they have their own things going on. So yeah, what do you three want to do?
okay, everything has kind of happened out of order. So maybe we find the forge here this time.
Yeah, there's a space player now, so to your understanding, Cygnus, there should be a forge now.
Okay.
Or you think there's a space player, I should say.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cool. Yeah, and because we all, you know, for our new player here, the forge does what again?
we need to find the forge
Okay,
to finish the game.
got it.
That's a great explanation.
So I will
Well,
say
the forge can do a lot of things. It
Okay.
is like it's connected to the space player. So like I handle the time stuff, and now that we have Saga, their presence should bring about the space stuff, which allows us to manipulate the world as it is more succinctly than we can with just like scrubs, like building systems.
Okay.
I will say, especially since you all took a moment while you were on Saga's planet and you were up on that tower, you didn't see a forge on that planet, which you kind of maybe were anticipating would be the case. Like, it's usually like close to the space player, but like maybe it appeared on the battlefield. Like maybe it's like someplace different than you think it might be.
Cool. Well, which way do we think it? Do we just start walking?
I actually am not super worried about getting hit by anything, so I think we just start walking. Do we know, or this is me now asking as like a player,
Mhm.
do we know what like the forge is supposed to look like?
I think so. You know that it's kind of, and now I have to remember if I know what the forge looks like. I think it's supposed to look like a big volcano. And I don't think you know like exactly what it's supposed to look like. But you know kind of like that's the vibe of it, is like maybe like a big volcano kind of thing. Oh, you're muted, Max.
So it should be around here somewhere. If it's not here, I don't know where the fuck it is. So everybody just start looking around in the up direction.
I look straight up.
Not that much up. Maybe a little
What are
less.
we-
Clouds.
What are we looking for?
Mountain, lava, anything that is forge-like, or anything that you like maybe feel drawn to could also be it.
Anybody who wants to can roll to look around.
I would love to roll a smarts roll.
Good.
Oh,
I failed.
Oh, good. Is it a total failure?
It was a 5.
Okay.
Um.
Oh, the miss for the
Yeah,
so
I got a 6.
Okay.
But also,
you both get experience.
when I roll with edgy or smart and get a miss result, a friend can mark a connection related to me. So
Oh,
if anyone
goody.
wants to.
Just what I wanted for Christmas.
I didn't say it had to be you. I have another friend.
Now it can't be you.
Not everything's about you.
Sure.
You don't have to
Sure.
either. It's on the table. No one can take it if they don't want to. They can. They don't have to.
While you're thinking about the connections, Max and Becca, you both get to do something really fun with these misses, which is you get to make up a piece of the setting about which your character is deeply misinformed. Once you act on that misinformation, you mark a connection related to the truth.
Are we not both extremely misinformed on the fact that there is a space player in our party?
We need more misinformation.
Yeah, you get to be misinformed about something else. Yeah. So you could see something and misinterpret what it is. You could like think that like the forge is like maybe you're like, oh, actually, it doesn't look like this. Maybe it looks like this other thing. Like it's up to you, but you get to decide something about the world that you're misinformed about. Each of you.
Can there be like another mountainous structure and
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god, that must be it.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So you see kind of like off in the distance. It is probably different than the last time you were here because before the battlefield was very like kind of flat, and there wasn't like as much going on here. But yeah, off in the distance you do see what looks like kind of a mountain range. It's still got that checker mark pattern to it, which is weird, but yeah, maybe that's the forge. Actually, you're certain that it is.
Oh shit. How did I miss that? I think that's it.
Hmm?
You see the giant chessboard mountain?
Do
Do you see the part of the land that goes up?
Oh, yeah.
Do they not have mountains in cowboy movies?
Well, I mean, that's. I think they had to
Just
pass through
mesas.
some when they were going on the trail to the organs.
The organs.
Yeah, because like the
What do
humans had all their
pianos have to do
organs.
with?
The organs were all loose, and the people traveled from one place to the other to get to all the organs.
That's not.
Because they were like piss yellow or something.
That's not.
Let's go. Let's start walking.
What? Am I wrong?
Is
Yeah.
that the thing that you're wrong about?
The Oregon Trail.
Yeah, the Oregon Trail where they all went to the yellow stuff.
No, that's Yellowstone. Different.
Yeah, the yellow stuff. That's why they went that way, right?
You all start walking towards these mountains. And yeah, like are strangely not really being bothered by this like pitched battle around you. I think
In what
as you're
sense?
walking, you even see what did you say?
Nothing.
Did you say not tense?
No, I said in what sense?
Oh, in what sense?
When you said pitched battle. Anyway,
Yes,
you
okay.
continue.
I see. I think you
Don't-
come what?
Continue.
You come across like kind of like a standoff where there's like two like Durst fighters that are kind of behind like a barricade that are being like shot on by like a prospect soldiers, and they're like holding each other and like talking to each other, and like that seems very like fraught, whatever's happening with those two. You see them both like dive over the barricade and go out in a blaze of glory together, and continue to make your way over to this mountain range. Oh yeah, does anybody want to mark a connection to Vethus?
Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do.
Yeah, what's the nature of the connection that that you're getting?
I think like we both share like an optimism that we've solved our problem, and so that we're just like a deeper connection.
Yeah. Love
Oh, I
it.
can't wait for that to shatter in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah,
Something, something, the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Something, something.
You're walking over. I do have to ask, Saga, you're not being like bothered by any of these fights, like no one's picking fights with you. I do have to wonder if Saga is just deciding to fight people. Like, I feel like I should at least give you that option.
I'm torn because, like, yeah, of course, Saga being given the opportunity to say the phrase "you dare challenge me" is really good,
Yeah.
but also the energy with these fights is weird, and they don't necessarily want to, like, step into one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I
So you're
think literally actually what happens is some guy tries to fight them. They say that, and then like the energy gets charged, and Saga literally goes, "Oh, you made it weird," and walks away.
Yeah, you like literally like walk in the middle of a fight and like almost accidentally get like shot, and then you like start to try to start a fight, but then yeah, you are embroiled in this like very like emotionally, romantically, erotically charged fight and go, oof, okay. I'm actually gonna leave.
Yeah,
Um
literally.
I think actually oddly enough, I think this I think this triggers the move Step Off. When you're facing impending trouble or inconvenience and you just want to get the heck out of dodge, roll with edgy. It's not very heroic, and by default you still suffer a complication like losing something or ending up somewhere unexpected. So I think you stumble into this fight and then decide you don't want to do it. So go ahead and roll plus edgy.
Okay. 8.
Nice. On a 7 to 9, you avoid impending trouble or inconvenience, but choose one complication. Either you lose something important or you end up somewhere unexpected.
I get separated from the other two and just find an actual forge.
Yes. Yes, you can.
If I may, I have a
Yeah.
humble suggestion as to how we get separated.
Yeah.
Seeing that it is possible to get involved into one of these fights, I think Cygnus has kind of like the selfish urge to see like if it works for everybody. And so he taps someone and tries to like initiate like a duel, like on guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
For research purposes.
I think then you should roll Fight Back, which is when you face danger or troublesome foes head on. Roll with Gutsy.
Okay.
So I think if you're starting a fight, then you should do that.
I got a 9.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, you beat back trouble or inflict trouble on an enemy. So you don't do both, but you can choose one. And I think it would probably be inflict trouble on an enemy, because you weren't in danger up until this point.
No.
Okay, hang on. Let me look at the stat block for these guys, because some of these guys have very low thresholds for trouble. So let's see if this kills them.
Just walk up, I challenge you to a duel and kill a man.
Yeah, I have like no intention of killing them.
Well, he's dead anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go to like this I think it's like you kind of I think what it is, oh my gosh, this is so funny. I think what it is there's like what's it called? Like a Mexican standoff that you kind of walk up to, where it's like 3 people who are like pointing their like old fashioned like revolvers at each other. And you just go up and like tap one on the shoulder. And immediately, like, everyone pulls out another gun and points it at you because you're, like, getting yourself involved in this. What does Cygnus do that fully kills one of these guys?
God, I don't know. I was not prepared for this. Um,
Cygnus just pulls out a, hey, look.
yeah, Cygnus is definitely not like the gun type.
Yeah.
So I think he awkwardly is kind of like, I guess I brought the wrong thing, and like one of them tries to like fire,
Yeah.
and he does like a little, if I can bend a little bit, does like a little
Yeah.
time player thing, and he's like, no, and like slows it down so he can step out of the way, and it ends up like
Oh, hitting someone
lodging
else.
in someone behind. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
perfect.
a separate fight.
Yeah, so you do that. I actually think the person that it hits is another separate fight. Like, it's not one of the 3 people that you challenged. There's just another tableau happening behind you. I think that's the one that Saga kind of was also like, I'm gonna start fighting. So like one person gets hit, and then Saga, you like see these other like guys kind of turn on you, and you're like, the energy gets very weird. You're like, I don't think I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And you
Saga
go
is
to
encountering
leave.
people are dying.
Yeah,
I'm a human being. This
you see
isn't.
this like chess piece like person just like crumple to the ground and take off. I will ask, Max, do you think that this feels romantically charged for Cygnus? The series of events that just happened?
I have to say, I think he wanted it to be, and then nothing really happened, and he was kind of disappointed about it.
Yeah. So I think the reason kind of why you get separated is because 3 of these guys still kind of have like guns pointed at you, and I think by extension, Becca, I keep forgetting your character's name, Vethis.
Deathus, yeah.
Yeah. So you 2 are kind of like at like revolver point. When Saga just like runs away from like the other battle that they got roped into. Um, and I think we'll follow Saga first on their little stumbling onto a forge, which works perfectly because there is a space player involved in this story, but it's not Saga. There is, and maybe if people redeem channel points, maybe we'll see more about what's going on with that. So, so Saga, you run off in a completely different direction of just like, I don't want to be a part of that, and kind of like, are getting jostled by, there's like a lot of people around. There is like the potential that you could accidentally get hit by something. Oh, perfect. So everyone, Max redeemed, chat imposes
I
their
want
will
it
on the
first.
narrative.
Saga's equivalent of shit on the desk is throw the dual disc in the forge.
Yeah, I love that. So everybody in chat can vote whether you want the Lord or the Muse to act. And as a reminder, the Lord is more of like a dominating presence, and the Muse is more of like a creative presence. Oh, immediately you. Becca said, "Oh," and I saw the Lord vote go up.
That wasn't even me that did it.
Me.
And you, anybody in chat can vote. Even the players can vote on this. So yeah, you are like kind of running away and like getting separated and everything. And I think you stumble into a like it is kind of out of nowhere this like grove of like it's like in Minecraft, the like cherry blossom environment. So there's like these trees and these like blossoms kind of like fluttering down that you kind of stumble into because it doesn't seem like there's any fighting going on. And everyone decided that the Muse will act. So this is good. This is good for Saga. That it's the Muse and not the Lord. And as you kind of are stumbling into this area, you like look around and see it's not as big as Cygnus kind of implied that it would be. It's definitely not a mountain range, but there is this almost like a school like science fair project size volcano that's like in the center of this little grove, and standing next to it is another creature the likes of which you've never seen. Looks almost like a skeleton but green. And she has little like circles on her cheeks and like green eyes. And she's wearing like kind of like a fairy princess kind of outfit. And as you stumble like into this little grove, she like looks at you with a little bit of surprise and says, "Oh, you must be the new player."
Yeah, yeah, sure.
um, she like frowns a little bit when you have such a lukewarm reaction to her, and like kind of like goes like that, and is then like kind of brighten like peps herself back up again, puts out a hand and says, I'm Dorothea. Like puts her hand out for a handshake.
Saga? I take it.
Yeah. You shake a hand and she says, are you here to watch me light it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, yep. You know, just watch the guy get lit up. Might as well watch this get lit up too.
Lit up like a Christmas tree?
Yeah, a full man. Wait, you know what Christmas is? Wait.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Christmas movies. Do you like Christmas movies?
Only the ones with ghosts in them.
I mean, I only know of one that has ghosts in it, but there are a lot of versions of it.
Yeah. Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yeah, she nods and says, Muppets Christmas Carol. And she's like, okay, well, I just finished building this, so I'm gonna see if it works. There was supposed to be one on my planet, but it didn't really seem like it showed up for some reason, so I had to make it. And like you can see she's made like this little like science fair looking little volcano. And she like kind of extends a finger and a little like flame appears on the end of her finger and she puts it to like the mouth of the volcano and like smoke starts to come out and I think like all of you get like I don't even know I don't even know how this would work, but I guess all of you kind of like above your heads get a little like achievement unlocked and it's just like forge lit. And she's like, "Okay, well, I'm really tired, so I think I'm gonna go back up to my planet and take a nap, I guess."
Okay, what did this do?
She flies up into the sky towards us. She has little fairy. She has like fairy wings on her little fairy outfit, and at first it looks like they're just like it's like a costume or whatever, but they do start to flap, and she just like flies up into the sky.
Normalize flying away from conversations that you don't want to have. Normalize just like literally leaving.
And I think she says like, "Look out for my brother!" As she's leaving and just like flies up.
What do I
into the
do
sky.
now?
She doesn't answer. Oh, I think actually she does. She says like, "Ask your sprite," and it's just flying away. Poor Saga.
Oh my god.
Totally separated.
Does this need to stay lit? Should I take it with me?
It's on like a little table, like it's on like a little like science, not because the science fair is usually like a plastic table. It's like a little like like wooden square table, kind of like when people do like railroad displays. You know how they're like usually like
Oh,
kind of on a little
yeah.
square thing. That's like what it's like that she built this thing on. So you could take it with you. It's awkward.
The whole thing.
Oh no! Yeah, you're like, sure, put it in your Silodex. What's happening with?
Yeah, I actually do that. I think that's an intrusive enough choice.
Yeah.
Homestuck.
Yeah, it disappears and goes into your deck. The Forge. What's happening with the other two players that are being held at gunpoint?
I think as soon as I see that we get the notification about the Forge, I'm like, okay, it's time to yeet out of here, and rack my brain for a way to get out of like a standoff romantically, because that like makes sense here, and luckily I have all of those tropes cataloged in my brain, and so I put on my acting face and I go, until next time, dramatically, and try to like whoosh like away, and I just grab Vethis by the wrist and like book it.
Yeah, I think this is a step off move. So you get to roll plus edgy. Vethis, if you want to help.
I would love to help.
Okay, I have a 9 as is. I rolled a 4 and a 5, so.
I got an 8 on a help out, so I'll give you a +1.
All right, so that makes 10.
Nice. So on a 10, you avoid impending trouble or inconvenience and choose one benefit. Either you reduce your own trouble by 1 level, you don't lose anything important or end up anywhere unexpected, or you impress somebody.
In my heart, I want to pick impress somebody. In my brain, I want to pick that
we get away scot-free with all of our stuff and where we need to go.
Away scot-free with all of our stuff and end up where we need to go.
Which one do you pick, though?
I'm going to.
I'm
gonna roll a die.
Do it.
All right. Odds for my heart and evens for my brain. And that's a natural 20 on a d20, so we will get away scot-free with all of our stuff.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so you don't lose anything important or end up anywhere unexpected. Where are you trying to go then? Because you do end up where you're trying to go. With
the wrong way
I'm trying to find Saga.
Oh, okay.
Because the Forge, yeah.
Yeah, I think you see kind of this trail of like, it's kind of closing behind them, but like where they've had to push through this battlefield to get away, you can kind of see like it closing back up, like in a crowd, like you can see where somebody's like come through. That's kind of what's happening. So you can follow behind Saga, although they're
a void in the crowd almost.
A void in the crowd, you might
I don't get it.
Can
you explain the one for me?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You should also normalize booing the other players at your table. Like, also normalize.
I
like making them explain their bad joke.
I do have for a different stream series I do have a boo redeem. It's not turned on right now. But yeah, you could do that sometimes. Yeah, so you two follow this void in the crowd that's been made by your void player. And come to this, like, same, little grove that I described earlier. You can see Saga is there, just standing there. There's no forge. I think you get there right after they capsule it.
It's just me shuffling the card into my deck.
Do we have another player? Am I going crazy?
Yeah, there was a girl here.
Huh?
Wait, we do have another player?
Are you saying, huh? A girl? Or you...
I understand what the concept of a girl is. Obviously, okay. I've met a ton of them.
Cygnus definitely doesn't.
But...
I met a ton of girls.
I've met a ton of them.
I was hawing at the what here? Where?
Yeah, and then she ascended to heaven, I guess.
Like she died or
seventh
she
heaven?
flew somewhere else?
She flew somewhere else.
Okay.
Oh.
She got raptured.
Did she look like
Oh.
us or like you?
She was green. Do you know who Kermit is?
Yeah, of course I know who Kermit is.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, she was green.
like Kermit?
Really, Kermit.
Like just like Kermit.
She was Kermit.
Femme Kermit the Frog was here, and she flew away into the sky.
Okay.
Kermit the Frog with tits was here.
All right, I'm gonna be okay. Do we as characters, do we know anything about the existence of like the Muse and the Lord in this?
My instinct is no, but I will leave it up to you. I feel like if anyone would know, maybe Cygnus would. So it's up to you if you want to know something, or if you're just like, I don't know what's happening.
I feel like we don't get anywhere if I don't know anything. At this particular juncture in the game.
Yeah, so I think then, Cygnus, you've noticed, I think around the time that you discovered this, like, copy of Suburb, which you were like, I guess this is, like, the same game we're playing, it looks kind of similar, which is the one that you used to get Saga into the game. You, like, ripped it onto your computer and, like, did a bootleg, basically. Around that time, you noticed, like, 2 new planets, like orbiting around Skaya. You couldn't really determine very much about them because they're not as like dramatic looking as Saga's is. Like they don't have these like, you know, towers coming off of them. But I think you just haven't really had a chance to like look into them because you weren't really sure how to get to them, and you also like were trying to get Saga into the game.
Yeah. So I kind of put it together like I thought that those were NPC, but maybe like there are other people. I guess we don't super know what was on the copy that we burned for you. So maybe there were existing players on the disc?
Well, where'd you get it?
I found it.
On the ground?
Yeah, you did just find it on the ground.
Yeah.
That's not where you get your games from? I found my copy of Roller Coaster Tycoon in the ground.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, but you lit the forge, right?
No, she did.
But you're our space player,
Hold on.
right? That's what you said.
Me?
No, you Cygnus. You said that they were a space player, right?
Yeah, Saga is supposed to be our space player.
I don't know what these words mean.
Well, space is like where the stars live.
Okay, you know what? I set myself up for that one.
And player is a person that plays.
I'm sorry, that really hit me.
Player is a person that plays. Always good to use the word in the definition.
Well, yeah, when it's play and player. Like, come on. The definition, if you probably Google it, will just say a person who plays.
Let's look.
It's like useless garbage.
You are either the player or the play.
And
If you're the player and I'm the player, then who's
Becca, the definition of player on dictionary.com is a person taking part in a sport or game, so it does not use the word play in the definition.
Well, I didn't say dictionary.com, so like I wasn't citing them as my source.
dictionary?
Actual Homestuck dialogue.
It's bold that you think Vethuskin knows what a dictionary is.
Fair, more than fair.
Okay, Cygnus is gonna start explaining. So, in this game, everybody has like a type of thing that they are, and then a domain that they reside over kind of it should be like it starts metaphorically, but then it like becomes more than a metaphor because you actually can fuck with it.
Okay.
We're like
And-
planeswalkers
What is that?
in
Oh,
Magic
shit.
the Gathering.
What is
Wait.
Magic the Gathering?
Vethis,
It's
I
one of
need
the
you to look me in the eye right now.
Hi.
You know what Magic the Gathering is?
I play Commander. Yeah.
Max has had enough.
I can't get out. I can't escape. Help me! They're holding me hostage on the stream.
And I'm
But,
also
right,
gonna give
I
you
mean-
troll horns.
Wow, you must have been excited when Thunder Junction happened.
Yeah.
What are these words?
You can go. So you can go back to your explanation, but just to kind of like do like an interlude to kind of help explain it more. It's like planeswalkers, and then with different types of colored.
Oh, okay. What mana? they
Yeah.
are. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense. Honestly, Cygnus, you could have led with
Yeah,
that.
if the mana is like space or time or blood or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right. That's what you were saying, right, Sig?
I'm gonna keep talking. You can translate for me.
Okay.
So,
I like when you talk.
Okay.
weird.
I mean, go off.
Okay. So so every session is supposed to have like the two like key things are space and time, because that like the world or every world by like our estimation has to have space and time. Otherwise, what are you existing within? Nothing.
Isn't time relative?
Yeah, but it's still
To
there.
who?
Exactly.
Well, but who are they related to if they're real?
No,
Oh,
re-
All right. Now keep going.
Okay.
So, by our estimation, we found you, and we presumed that the game was giving us a space player because right now we don't have one, and that means that your session is fucked and that you can't finish. And I like to finish things that I start, so we need a space player. But if you didn't like the Forge, somebody else did, that means somebody else is a space player, and that means that there are more people here than I thought, and I don't love that.
But if the forge is lit, that we're still good, right? They did what we needed to do. We can keep playing the game.
Yeah, but
Do we
who's
need
to say
them?
that they're even on our side if they just lit it and left?
I don't know. Was she cool?
She was nice.
That's never good.
What?
Who's nice to a stranger?
I look at Vethis.
And look
People
how
are
far
nice.
that's gotten you.
Yeah, I've got 2 friends.
All right, we got to move on because this is going to make me sad.
So what do we do? The forge is lit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
Forge is
think-
lit.
It's lit.
Lit.
Oh no.
My mom's calling. I gotta go.
Hi, Christine. Big fan.
Right after Vethis embarrassingly says lit and kind of does a dab, Cygnus,
Like, I'm
you-
disturbed. Like, if the game wasn't doomed before, it might be doomed because of whatever
I
just
think the
happened.
funniest thing about that, and I would like to imagine Saga fully gets away with it. I did go, it's lit. Really quietly, right before you said it, much louder.
to punctuate what just happened, Cygnus, you get another ping from your sprite that just says fight.
Oh,
She said something about a sprite,
okay.
by the way.
Oh, yeah. Do you have yours?
You mean, did I make it in the 5 minutes it took you guys to destroy my planet?
Yeah, it doesn't take that long to make one.
You guys made pizza hats and then made me leave.
We didn't do any of the things to do the
To
thing.
be fair, we didn't make you leave. We strongly encouraged it. You didn't have to leave.
Well, I mean, if she could fly back to her planet or whatever she said that she was going to do, we can get back to your planet and make you a sprite. It's fun.
Well,
Yeah,
I think we
and
have
you
to
know
fight.
What do we have to fight?
I don't know. My sprite said to fight, and my
I don't want to
sprite is
fight
smart
any of
because I'm
you.
smart. Well, what about all the people that are fighting outside?
Why do we gotta fight them?
That's like kind of the whole thing here. This is the battleground planet. You fight. Not my strong suit either, but what they do here.
I don't know how I'm supposed to fight if I don't have a horse.
Do any of those people out there have horses?
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. They're a bunch of chess people, do they?
They for sure. Well, yeah. I mean, chess people also do have horses.
But not all of them have horses.
Not all of them have horses, but some of them do. Not only because they're chess people, but also because it's a western. So some of them do have horses, like chess
Yeehaw.
horses. Yeah.
Just take a dead guy's horse.
Yeah, fight and take a horse.
Horse jack guy.
I
Liberate
run
the
off.
horse.
I'm booking it into the sunset to find a horse.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. This is.
What's
I
the
think
find
this is.
horse roll?
I think this is breakthrough.
We have a spell for that in D&D.
yeah, cast find steed. I think this is breakthrough. You are kind of trying to fight someone, but you're also just like kind of trying to destroy whatever stands in your way. So I think you're trying to destroy whoever is on a horse that you see.
No one can get between me and my horse.
Like a horse
Innocent
girl.
Saga just watching Beth's sprint off.
Just immediately start running.
It's best to just let him go and like do what, you know.
I got an 8.
On an 8, you break something or inflict trouble, but you suffer trouble as well. So,
The horse hates you.
I do think you okay, what is your weapon? Because I think
Oh, my lasso?
Yeah. You use your weapon to pull someone off of a horse. Yeah, what does that look like?
That's so badass, actually.
Yeah.
I think I swing my lasso around and I like get them like by the arm or something, and I just kind of like, and they kind of just go like ass over face, like off of the horse.
Yeah.
And then I kind of like awkwardly try to get them off of the lasso somehow, without really knowing how to like let someone loose of a lasso once they're lassoed onto it.
Yeah.
While I'm like still kind of running towards the horse.
Yeah, I think you're running towards the horse. The person fell off on like kind of the far side of the horse from you. So you're still trying to get them off of your lasso, and you walk directly behind the horse, which kicks you in the head. So you're gonna take 1 trouble. So you're at level 2 trouble. I don't know why something about these head injuries. I'm just drawn to you guys getting hit in the head. It's so cartoony. I feel like.
Oh wow! Thanks. Thanks.
Saga gets hit in the head with a rock. You get hit in the head with a horse hoof.
Can I still try to get on the horse?
You get kicked in the head. You hit the ground so hard and so like seriously. Like if a person was here, they would be like, "Fuck." Yeah, Max.
Sounds like a person might be there.
I was observing like from afar, like for shits and giggles. But as soon as Bethis gets kicked in the head, I like run in immediately.
He just runs, and you just hear Saga behind you go, "Oh shit, he's dead."
Yeah, Bethis is face down.
Face down. There's a pool of like cerulean blood just where I am.
Fully just Yamcha pose.
My lasso's still not attached from that person.
You're
Come
getting
on.
pulled a little bit.
You
compared
can't-
to
It's
this
slightly
person.
dragged
can't-
away.
You can't be dead. No. And I grab you and try to, and I like have to like get the lasso off.
This is how you
Um,
tame the horse with romantic
you can-
tension.
Cygnus, you can roll to help out because one of the options for that is to reduce a friend's trouble. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll plus friendly.
When other characters get get +1 when they build up or help out on
I
my
failed.
behalf.
This is the ultimate.
I still failed because I'm bad at being a friend.
Is it a total miss?
I rolled a 4 naturally, which
Okay.
even with the +1 is a 5, which fails.
Okay, so on a miss, the rules say you get in the way if you helped another player, they apply a -2 to their next move. I'm gonna tweak this a little bit. I think Cygnus also gets kicked in the head. Because you're helping Vethus and they're like still right behind the horse, so you like rush over to help, and as soon as you get close
I
enough
understand.
to tend to him, you get kicked in the head, and your trouble also goes up by 1.
Are you okay? You alright?
You guys are
Fuck it,
really good at this.
You're laying face down on the ground, but like kind of like your head's tilted a little bit to look at each other.
It's kind of romantic. We're laying in pools of our own blood.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna walk up to the horse.
Oh, why would you take that risk?
And just be like, hey, I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now. These two are idiots. I don't know where your actual owner is anymore.
They're still struggling not that far away in the lasso.
Ignore that
Um,
guy, that's not your owner.
That's not your owner.
I just need you to let my friend ride you. So
Is wingmanning really that simple?
that he can maybe for a little bit on this trip, and I lean in and press my forehead against the horse's. Just for a little bit, he stays quiet. Can you do that?
So good.
Can you do that for me? And can I use lockdown so that I can roll open up with smart by telling it
Yes.
exactly what I want it to do?
I like how we
Yes.
only opened up to little creatures, like not each other.
Pizza Bruce Campbell is my son and my dad.
I
Don't-
did get a 10.
Incredible. Mark a connection related to the character or entity you opened up to. If you open up to an NPC, they actively want to help you. So the horse had been kind of like bucking and like being kind of like freaked out. And then as soon as you kind of like take its head, press your forehead to its forehead, and it settles it down. Yeah, the two of you laying on the ground in pools of your own blood, just watch Saga walk up to this horse, talk to it, and completely calm it down.
I named it
I-
Horse Campbell.
I'm gonna hit Vethus with the line that my mom whips out every time they have the Westminster Dog Show, and my dog, who's incredibly poorly behaved, is sitting there in the room. Why can't you do that?
Oh.
I've never seen a horse before.
Never?
Well, not in person. They're there all the time on the TV.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Two of the twos?
All right, that's technically correct, but I still think you might have a concussion. And giving into the romanticism of it all, I'm gonna like move some hair to see where blood is coming from.
I imagine also the horse broke my other horn too.
I know this, and I am not telling him on purpose.
Yeah, okay, so I think, I'll let you choose whether you want to roll to help out or roll to open up to Vethis.
All right.
You're very friendly, right?
Character development, I will open up.
Good. And that's with friendly.
I rolled a 10. No, I have a +1 to friendly, so 11.
Nice. You get to mark a connection related to Vethis. Also, you can cash in connections. I think if you cash in 3 connections or 5 connections, then you get XP. I have to check on that. If you open up to another player, they can mark an experience and a connection related to you by doing what you want. So yeah, what is Cygnus saying in this kind of like romantic kind of moment?
We're both concussed.
Saga's watching.
There's a horse and Saga
think-
above us.
Okay, okay. Digging into my own knowledge of romance fiction, there's like the moment where like the two people that never saw each other as romantic, one of them is injured and treating the other, and then the person who is treating like sees them differently because they're like taking care of them properly for the first time, and then the person who's being treated sees the other as like heroic because they are helping them. I think that is fully what's happening right now. And I think Cygnus like realizes it halfway through, but then like pushes the thought aside because like that's his friend and we don't have time for that. But it's impossible to fully push that aside, so like the thought is lingering there.
Yeah. Is there something that you want Vethis to do?
I think just cooperate with getting the potential concussion treated to the best of his ability right now, and like maybe not touch the horse until the horse indicates that it's ready for that. Again.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course, a horse.
All right.
I'll
Don't
shut up.
strain
Yep,
your brain
yep,
too
yep.
much. It's already injured.
Yeah.
Saga watching like, I know what you are.
I just met these aliens today and they're fucking gay.
They're just like me for real.
Yeah, so Vethis, you get XP for doing what Cygnus wants. And if anybody
Hold still
gets
and
to
don't be an idiot.
yeah, hold still, don't touch the horse again. And whenever people have 3 XP, you can cash that in for a advancement.
I failed a lot of times.
Yeah,
today.
and what does let's pretend like I don't know what an advancement means.
Yes,
so like
yeah.
There's
what?
a little so in the doc for the game in I think it's with the classes, not the aspects. There's like skills, and we took one of them when we made our character, so you'd be able to take it. It's like moves in PBT. It's a move.
Yes,
I take
you get to take a
move.
move.
Yeah.
So you can either you can do that. You also could increase one of your stats by 1. You can gain one of the other moves from your class. You can gain a move from a different class. You could gain a move from your aspect, or you could gain a move from a different aspect.
It's so many options that you just fucking
I
presented me
know
with.
that's really hard.
Yeah,
That was
sorry.
a lot of things that you just
can-
said to me.
You can increase any stat by 1,
Yeah.
or you can take a move from any class or any aspect, including your own.
I can just take anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Got it.
Yeah, you can take any, except for the god tier moves, but anything else,
Oh.
yeah, you can take.
Vethis ascends.
Yeah. Bye.
Fuck this shit on that.
So anyone who has 3 experience can do that. You can also oh, I also totally forgot about this. Class playbooks also come with built-in wants and needs. So whenever you satisfy your want, you mark a connection related to it and get a new want. Whenever a player satisfies their needs, they mark an experience and then can replace that satisfied need with a new one or seek the same need again.
So
Have I
what?
successfully controlled others?
I mean, I just got my want of to be cared for.
Oh,
Um,
yes! Yeah, so you get to mark a connection related to that.
What more could I
Um,
say that I'm gay?
Connection gay.
Connection, gay, homosexual, gay, just as I foretold on the intake
Ooh.
sheets.
Who
Yeah.
would have thought?
And then you can either replace the want with a new one or just keep the same one. Just
Okay.
still want to be cared for. I was trying to find you can you can trade in connections to mark experience. One experience costs 2 connections. So that's one of the things you can do with them. Holly, sorry, were you gonna say something?
I know that there's a rule too with our key phrase.
Oh yes, there is. I also forgot about that. I think
My
it's...
key phrase is noise remover. Does taming
Oh
the
my
source and
God.
promising it Vethis won't talk to it count as noise removal?
Yes, 100%.
That's the most literal interpretation. Like,
Yeah, that's
That's so true.
The DM says that's allowed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
It's
Let me
good.
clarify. I'm saying it because I'm impressed.
Besties, there is a
Um,
move that the air has that has the word cowboy in it. It wouldn't help me, but I kind of want to take it.
You should take it.
I don't
Okay.
know what can help us right now. So
Well, I'm taking the move that says cowboy.
That would
Cowboy
be a
empiricism.
So technically, Saga would have got a +1 to that move, but I don't think that would have... You already got a full
No.
success, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
you would have got a 12, I think, instead of an 11. But yes, I totally forgot about that. If any of you do something that you can connect to your key phrase, you get a +1 to your move when you do that. Incredible.
Understood. That's so many rules.
Yeah, I just told
Made
you a
up.
bunch of
Yeah.
bunch of rules. So 2 of you, I think, Saga and, or not Saga and Vethis, Cygnus and Vethis, you're still at 2 trouble, but you're able to, like, cover, like, you know, like, wipe off some blood,
But
clean
you're
yourselves
gay
up a little
now.
bit. Yeah, and you're also gay now.
Now?
Yeah. But the horse looks like calmed down. And I think also now that you're kind of back in the battlefield, you can see that in the center of the battlefield there are 2 there's like it's like in a movie when there's a fight that's like the central fight of the scene. There are like 2 figures. I think you're a little too far away to see much about them, but there are 2 figures that are like fighting, and it seems like very charged. Like, it's even distracting some of the other fights that are going on in the battlefield.
Can we go watch?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
get up off the ground and I'm gonna help Cygnus up off the ground.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Are you-
need a ride on Horse Campbell?
I'm like not going on that horse now.
No,
Like,
as long as you as
I'll
long as you
walk.
don't talk to him.
Well,
All right,
can't-
well, you can tell him that I do not trust him, and I will be walking.
You can bite Cygnus.
If you bite me, I will swing back.
don't hurt the horse.
I won't hurt it unless it hurts me first.
The horse is just like eating some grass on the battlefield.
I love that for him. Let him keep doing that.
Ignoring anything that the rest of you are doing.
He has the right idea. I
Saga,
feel.
Saga,
Yes.
can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah.
Could you put this on the horse? Take my cowboy hat off.
Stop.
You
do
can-
not
you
harass
can-
that horse.
You can ride Horse Campbell, you just can't talk to it.
Okay.
You
Are
have to
you
direct
also
all
on here too? Or
No, I don't ride horses.
okay, yeah. Well, I know how
just
to ride a
talk to
horse,
them?
so
That's
I'm
the
gonna-
first horse I've ever talked to. I guess I'm just better at it than you guys.
There is so much that is happening that is really making it seem like Saga is the chosen one. Like, Saga didn't have to build a Cruxtruder, like, just got the thing. You're, like, the only one who doesn't have a sprite. Like, your planet doesn't have any people on it. Something weird is happening with you where, like, none of the normal stuff
I'm
is...
so validated right now.
You're the only one who saw that magical girl fly into the sky. You're the only human. Everyone else are, like, different
Yeah.
kinds of aliens.
If I get a sprite, Horse Campbell is going in it.
I climb on this horse.
You climb on the horse. The horse is very calm. And just kind of plods in the direction that it's already facing, which is not the direction that Cygnus is walking in.
Wait. Oh, I can't talk to the
We gotta-
horse, so
we
I can't
gotta-
steer it.
You can steer it without talking to it. Like,
Okay. That way.
that's
Nope.
talking to it.
I like clap my hand over my mouth and I just kind of try to steer the horse.
Yeah. You're able to get the horse turned around. Are you even holding the reins?
I've got one hand covering my mouth so I'm not talking to the horse, and the other hand, the other hand
Yeah.
holding the reins.
Kind of confusing because the main thing you can do is pull, which is stopping a horse, but you're managing to somehow communicate that it wants to turn around. So yeah, you all head off towards kind of the center of this battlefield, and you can see locked in combat are these two, what are they called? Carapacians? Is that what that's what they're all called, right?
I think so, yeah.
These two that look, they both are wearing crowns. And one of them is a black chess piece and one of them is a white chess piece. And they're both kind of, like, I guess, like, squat and broad. Like, they look very similar to each other, despite the difference in, like, their color schemes. The white chess piece, kind of looking guy is holding a scepter that he's, like, fighting with, and is wearing kind of, like, pastel, like, cowboy, like, clothes, like, like a vest, and, like, has a little deputy, or a little sheriff star, and the one that is, the black chess piece is in more, like oranges and, like, darker colors, but also is, like, in cowboy clothing, like, Western clothing. And this is, like, they're fighting with their scepters, basically. Like, their scepters are clashing against each other, but it's, like, every time the scepters, like, touch each other, there's, like, a, like energy, like, field that, like, leads from both of them, and they're, like, looking into each other's eyes really deeply. You can tell that they're, like, saying things to each other, but they're saying it too quietly for you all to be able to hear.
They seem important. You can talk to us.
I'm on a horse.
Just don't talk to Horse Campbell.
I'm not saying anything to the horse, even though I really want to. Do you think that's who we're supposed to be fighting? That yours is messaging you a lot. Snake Bruce Campbell's not saying anything to me. Medusa Bruce Campbell hasn't said a dang word to me.
You get a message from Medusa Bruce Campbell that's just like a thumbs up, and it says you're doing good.
It just says groovy.
Groovy, yeah. Oh. So are we supposed to fight him? Make him kiss? Which side do we pick? Does it matter which side we pick? How do we win?
I don't know if this is necessarily the fight. I don't know if we're supposed to interrupt them. It's possible that it was a more metaphorical instruction.
What do you mean metaphorically fight?
You know, like you could fight mentally, or like you can like fight for something that you believe in.
You could fight your demon.
So maybe we need to figure out which one of them is morally correct. Or am I getting too deep?
Well, how are we going to learn that out here when the only thing I've seen is a chessboard? And, well, can one of you ask the horse which one they think should win?
Okay.
Is
Let me
this
ask
a
you
white
something.
horse or a
Let me
black
ask you,
horse?
no, let me ask you something.
What's
Why would the horse that just came from an unaffiliated part of the battlefield know anything about this fight?
Well, because the horse was fighting for one of the sides of the two of them, right? Because everyone here is fighting for one of the two sides of them, so the horse has an opinion on what's right or not. Or the
Horse
horse
Campbell
has
has
a
an
belief. Yeah.
Horse
Am I
Campbell,
wrong?
what's your opinion?
You're saying that a horse can't have an opinion on things? A horse is one of God's most incredible creatures.
Horse Campbell, are we gonna have to kill that dude?
One day when I leave and don't come back, think about this moment.
Horace Campbell turns to Saga
It says in full English.
and says in English. And says in English, the horse is white, like is affiliated with the Prospect, it looks like. And turns and says, "We're fighting for our lives against the soldiers of Durst. The Black King is trying to kill us all and destroy the battlefield. You have to kill the king to end this endless war." And then turns back and like starts eating grass again.
You were just like holding all that in? Like you had that?
Does not respond to Cygnus at all.
Thank you, Horse Campbell. Well,
He knows that I'm right. He knows that.
I don't think he likes you.
That's fine. He doesn't have to like me for me to be right. Those are two completely different things.
Can someone tell Horse Campbell that I'm really honored to be riding on them?
No.
You
Okay.
have to say it different. You have to say it different.
What do you mean? That's why you ride a horse.
I know, but
Sorry, I don't know what kind of way you're taking it in, but what's a cowboy to do aside from ride his favorite creature?
So we have to fight these guys. Could we just kill them both? Would that help?
Well, it sounds
well,
like
that would technically end the war, but at what cost? We want to end it. I guess ultimately we want the planet to like be able to survive. So if we have to kill the king, then we have to kill the king. Like that is a very scrub thing to have to do.
The horse looks at Saga really sadly and says, "Please don't kill my liege."
I don't know which
Didn't
one's
it just
worse.
tell us to kill the black?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it?
Black
we just
King, not
said-
the white one, though.
I didn't say a color. I didn't say.
You said both of them.
I said we could just
Saga.
kill both of them.
Okay.
So the horse is responding to Saga specifically saying, "Kill both."
Horse
of them.
isn't listening to fucking us.
Saga has a special connection with this horse.
Yeah, the horse decided
why I'm gonna
to. The
put
horse
this horse
decided
in
to
my
bond
fight.
with the one that's willing to kill its king, but not.
It's like in Baldur's Gate 3
Us.
when like when a companion is in somebody else's party and they won't really talk to you.
Mm.
That's what's happening here. The horse is in Saga's party.
Well, okay, so either I mean, the only thing we have to go on right now is what Horse Campbell has said, which is to kill,
The Black King
yeah, the king of
of Durst.
Yeah.
Durst, yeah, that place. Does that have bad consequences for when we go nap eventually?
Are you Durst or Prospect?
Durst, technically.
Then I don't know. I'm Prospect, so.
Okay, well,
I don't know what these words you guys are saying are.
when you go to bed, where do you go?
To sleep?
Go. Okay. We need to find. Actually, no, that's a stupid solution. It doesn't actually matter.
Can we just kill him? I pull out my lasso.
Can you kill a guy with that?
Yeah, I could try.
I mean, I guess if we complete this, then does it like matter what happens? Because we gotta end the session.
but like, do we have to end the session by killing guy, or can we just walk through another shiny portal or something? She flew out here without having to do a ding dang thing. Why do we gotta do it without her?
Not to be dramatic, but we didn't see that, and so I can't confirm that it actually happened.
You have like object permanence problems?
No, I have trusting Saga problems. Like,
oh, yeah, that's a bit different kind of a thing. I don't think they'd lie to us. Granted, we told them. I mean, we told them fucking nothing about a game, and they downloaded it anyway.
exactly.
I would say if there's trust problems, it should be Saga not trusting us.
It can go both ways.
No, you're not even me.
I trust you more.
Sorry, Sig. Are we killing this man?
Horse Campbell, I think we're gonna have to kill this guy.
Okay.
The fight between the two kings is very like Obi-Wan,
Homoerotic?
Anakin vibes, except
Oh.
for more homoerotic. Which that
More?
phase already.
It
More?
was.
I think it's even
Did
more
you know?
than that.
Did you know that the original line was "I love you" and not "I loved you," but they changed it because I know that.
One of them says, "I loved you." while you're talking, the Black King says to the White King, "I loved you," as they're fighting.
You want
I think Cygnus has not been answering because he got distracted watching it again and is like,
Where'd you get snacks from?
in the pocket.
I reached down off the horse. I almost fall
You
off
know-
the horse.
Do you not have like jerky or anything, like a real cowboy, or I don't know, a can of beans?
I am a real cowboy. First of all, how dare you?
This is like a-
I've
this
just
is like
got.
this is like the one nerve you can hit. So like,
I've just got. I opened my Stilodex and it's like just a bunch of just random coins fling out of it and like cowboy comic
Yeah.
books and books and stuff.
No beans?
A ska record kind of goes flying out of it.
didn't we talk about that?
No.
No beans, huh?
I think I had.
Who wants to eat beans out of their pocket anyway? That's disgusting.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that is the thing that I watch them do that all the time.
Out of their pocket. They
No,
don't like.
Well, out of
not
the can.
directly out of their pocket. Oh, I forgot. Here's my my miniature ride vehicle, from Jungle Cruise.
The three of you are standing in the middle of a battlefield. Cygnus is watching this incredibly charged fight. Bethis is on a horse, just objects flying from them. And Saga is just
One of
standing
them
there
hits
looking.
the Black King, and he dies.
Yeah, the ska record flies out and it decapitates him.
That has to be the worst way to die.
And that's the end of our session.
Hey,
Egress.
we kill Operation Kill a Man. We doing this? I'm picking up all my shit again.
You're
All right,
you have to
I
be
don't
using your
know.
lasso to do it because you're still
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the horse.
I think my Stilodex operates like a revolver, so I have to like load it up and then spin it.
You have to shoot everything out of it.
Yeah, my weapon's not a gun, but it's a lasso. But I just have a gun that is my inventory.
That's so funny.
All right.
Okay, I don't know how I can maybe roll a vibe check.
Yeah.
But I would
What,
like
you're
to
not?
try to get a vibe check, which is probably
Not
not
a
something that Cygnus
vibe.
is very good at. About if this is like if like proceeding with like a regicide is like actually the right thing to do.
It's
Because
always
that's
right
what
to
this
kill a
is.
monarch.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll look around. Which
Okay.
is plus
Is it
smart.
regicide if they're not our monarchs?
It's still regicide, yeah. I rolled a.
It's not like
It's
fratricide or patricide, where it has to kind of be your
It's not
relative.
patricide. It's not my
That's
dad.
anybody's brother. Like,
It's always
I killed-
morally correct to
I
attack a
killed
monarch.
a brother.
What'd you get, Max?
I got a 7.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that you said you got. I was just waiting for you to roll. Okay, so you can choose to either make up a piece of the setting but don't mark a connection related to it, or find something unexpected made up by your GM and mark a connection related to it. Your choice.
I will take made by the GM option 2.
So you are like looking around to figure out like what the hell is going on. And I think you get I think you get another message from your sprite that is just a link to something. And it's like a game facts link for this
Perfect.
game.
Complete with the ASCII art.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you click on it to like see what.
Yeah, I think I will answer to be like, you are the best sprite ever, and I love you.
Yeah. You just get like a little like emote of like your sprite smiling in response.
That's worth it. I think the only person that Cygnus is always nice to is his sprite.
That's so funny. Yeah, you start scrolling through this thing, and it's pretty confusing. There's like a lot of stuff where you're like, okay, this is not how our game is working. Like, it's saying like, oh yeah, everyone in the game, like, there's like a server player, a client player. You're like, okay, there's these 2 other people that we're not involved with at all. That shouldn't be happening. Like, they shouldn't be in this game. But kind of scroll past all of this, all the setup stuff, and get to like the stuff with the battlefield. And whoever has written this is kind of speaking kind of like it's almost weird. It's like they haven't actually played the game. They just have like gathered a lot of information of other people playing the game, which is kind of weird for like a playthrough guide. And also the tone of this whole thing is kind of demeaning. Like, there are a couple times in this playthrough guide where it's like, if you didn't figure this out on your own, like, why are you even playing this? Like, it's written in like a really mean way. But you do eventually get to the end, or to the part that you're looking for, that says that Durst always has to win the battle so that the battlefield can be destroyed, and so the ultimate prize can be won. And it says that any games in which Prospect wins, like, the game doesn't complete. You kind of get stuck in the game. You don't get to, like, finish.
Oh, well, that sucks. Okay. I am going to huddle the troll, the bipeds away from the horse to talk.
I have to get off the horse?
Just for a minute.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Hi.
Okay, so we actually have to flip this. Durst needs to win.
Flip the horse. Oh. But the horse.
Fuck the horse. The horse doesn't even like us. We'll get you a better horse. We should get you a Durst horse. Like, there are Durst horses.
I look around for the nearest Durst horse.
That you see a horse kick a Prospect soldier in the head and completely kill them. The Durst horses look so mean.
Maybe I don't need another horse right now. But we gotta kill the.
Okay, us as a group, we don't necessarily need to kill either king ourselves, but it is imperative that Durst wins, or we're gonna get stuck in the game, which is what we were afraid of in the first place.
Kill both of them.
I guess it does just say that the battlefield needs to be destroyed, so killing both of them would probably still make that happen.
We could start with one, and
but
then
I
if we
don't-
get a little overconfident, we can kill both.
Yeah, you're like really into the killing.
Are you good?
I got desensitized after I watched a guy get shot right in front of me.
Like,
Remember when I ran off?
Oh, when we were being like when you disappeared, and then the forge got built.
Yeah, Cygnus got a guy shot, and he was like right in front of me.
I got a guy shot.
You know
Yeah,
what? Can I?
You're still brand new to this whole thing. You haven't been out here, killing guys for like a week or so, like we've been.
Yeah, I'll compartmentalize and just have a breakdown later.
Yeah.
I love Saga's like, I got desensitized, and then we like, remember when I saw this and ran away? It's like, no, I'm desensitized now.
Yeah,
In the
I mean,
running
so
away, I became desensitized.
let's just start with killing the one of them, and then if the other guy acts up, we kill him too.
Yeah, all right.
Right? I mean, we don't have to kill him, but like if they're just gonna, I look over at them. What are they doing?
They they are like their scepters are like crossed like right in front of their faces, and they're like leaning in so close. Their lips are twitching a little bit like they want to kiss, but they're not kissing.
Awful.
I think we have to we have to let them kiss once before one of them dies, right? Like,
Can I attempt to like lasso one of them to pull them closer to the other one
Yes.
to make them kiss?
Yes, 100%. What would this be? I think this is a breakthrough roll, maybe? Because
Okay.
you're kind of breaking the rules of the game. Like, you're not really supposed to be making them
Making
kiss.
them
You're
kiss?
supposed to be killing one of them, yeah. So I think roll with
This is
edgy.
just step one.
something, the ends justify the means.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like, don't boo me because I'm wrong. I got a 9.
On a 9, you break something or inflict trouble, but you suffer trouble as well. So I think
I
like,
get
what you're
kicked by another
trying to
fucking horse.
no more,
do-
no
a
more,
Durst horse.
no more traumatic head injuries. There has to be a line. Like,
So yeah, you don't get kicked by a horse. You which one are you lassoing to pull into the other one?
I think like if I'm making what seems like an attack on one of them, it should be the one that we are attempting to also then kill.
So okay, so the white kick.
Right? Yeah.
So you
Uh,
all
yeah.
are talking. Oh, actually, hang on. Let me. Oh, I don't think this is exactly what it is.
I don't know how to throw a lasso.
around, and then out that way.
What
yeah.
did you get on your roll? An 8?
A 9.
A 9. Okay. You you all are talking, and then Beth is just like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing. Turns around, like, doesn't discuss it first or anything. Does the
So-
lasso. Yeah, go ahead.
What is the keyword thingies that you were saying earlier that I was
Oh, yes.
totally listening to? So mine as the page are, I have interrupts as one of them.
Yeah, 100%. This
The-
is interrupting.
The key phrase for the vassal classes is also monitor server.
Oh, secure server, yeah. Whatever that means.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this definitely interrupts. I also kind of think this is secure well, you are securing someone. You're literally using a lasso.
I'm literally securing.
And what is a king if not a servant to their people? So you are kind of
Exactly.
securing a server right now.
So that's what, a +1?
A +1, yeah.
Making
so
this a
that comes
10?
in 10, yeah. Okay, cool. So you secure the king.
I make them kiss.
By making them kiss. So you lasso the White King and like pull his head like past these two like crossed scepters and their lips touch, and immediately across the entire battlefield all of these really charged fighting encounters, people are just throwing themselves at each other. Like, tending to each other's, like, you see somebody somebody has a rapier, and they like slash at someone's forehead, and then in the moment that the two kings kiss, they like drop their sword and rush to the
Oh my
person and like
God.
start like wiping away their blood. Like the entire battlefield, like everyone is giving in to their romantic enemies to lovers impulses right now. The
Right.
kings both drop their scepters, and across the entire field, the checkerboard things, like, had just been like grass and dirt and things like that, all burst into like flowers across the entire battlefield as the two kings have dropped their scepters and are just making out with each other.
Cool.
Bethis is just clapping. You still have the lasso? You're still lassoing one of them.
Okay, actually, this is cooler than destroying the battlefield. I propose we don't win the game, we break the game. Fuck the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sure.
what more past that then?
I don't know, we do whatever we want to do. It's our game, isn't it? Isn't that like the point of playing a game?
That's
Do
what
what
I've
you
been
want.
doing the whole time.
Yeah, I did. Well, not to take you as an example, but
I've made it pretty far. There's a volcano in my deck.
Oh, you have the forge?
that's what happened to the fucking forge?
You just
Yeah,
have
I
it?
just
You
took
didn't
it.
mention
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
We can make
Take
some
that
cool
out!
shit with that.
Oh yeah. I start taking items out because it's not at the top of my deck.
God, Jesus.
No, so Cygnus's deck is like really, really organized. It's basically like someone from like study Instagram's like school binder like type nonsense. So seeing a dex that's like that is like, what is that?
Well, every
Why?
time I add a new item, I have to shuffle the deck.
Isn't that kind of counterintuitive to finding stuff and where it is?
Couldn't you just like stack your deck then with like cards that, like, if you put a magic card in there that would let you choose a card from your deck, if you pull that one, would that let you choose a card from your deck then like
Wait, what makes the card able to do magic in this scenario?
the card is a magic card, it's Magic the Gathering.
Oh,
Would
this
it
thing
work
then.
in that effect? Because if it
Well, all right. So if I put a magic card in my deck, it doesn't like. I
if you
get a
capture,
card. I get a card with a magic card on it.
so it wouldn't have the effects on it. You'd
It
still have to
wouldn't-
cast it. But then
I
if
would
you
still
put it
have-
on your
yeah.
thingy and
As you two are having this conversation, we get like the zoom out, like of like the battlefield. That's just like your dialogue, and we're just seeing like all of these soldiers just like making out, like no one's fighting anymore. We zoom past the land of cards and towers and see all of these little Bruce Campbells like patrolling. I think we see them chasing like a different little green guy. Oh, hey, yeah. Chat imposes their will on the narrative.
Oh my
so
god.
we can have a little cherub finale. To see.
get him in there, get him in
Yeah.
there.
Do we want to have the Lord or the Muse show up for our? Oh yeah, everyone's voting for
I
the
think
Lord.
there's an answer.
It's his turn. Let him in here.
All right, fine.
This is perfect. Yeah, so the Bruce Campbells are chasing around this Lord who is a little green cherub, looks very similar to Dorothea who we saw earlier, but he's wearing like a long cape and like sort of like more kingly kind of looking garb, so he's like running away from these little Bruce Campbells and just yelling behind him. just yelling behind him things like, "This is a fragrant disregard of my powers and my will," and like running away, and then like also like turns and like fights them a little bit, but not very well. And is just saying things like, "Okay, guys, you mess with the devil, you get the horns," and just trying to fight them off. So we zoom past seeing this kind of guy getting harassed by the Bruce Campbells, led by Pizza Bruce Campbell.
Of course.
And
My
all of
boy, my
you
son, my dad.
have ended, well, you haven't ended your game, but where we've left you all is that you now are free to play the game however you'd like. There's no win condition anymore, but that means you just get to play the game for as long as you want to, and people aren't trying to kill you all the time. A lot of people are making out with each other. And I think that's where we'll wrap up our one-shot of Egress.
Incredible.
Which felt very Homestuck, I will say. I was worried that I wasn't gonna pull the Homestuck stuff off, but I think we did it.
I think we did it just fine.
Yeah.
I think we did a Homestuck. So
Yeah.
before I end the stream, I'm gonna go around. We'll do it in reverse order from how we did introductions, and do some plugs to let people know where they can find you, what you have going on, or just something that you think people should do or experience in the world. And this time we're gonna start with Max.
Hello, I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. I am admin over at Apocrymatic Unlimited. We do all kinds of streams, gaming, zines, all that kind of stuff. So check us out. I will also be on a stream over on Sword and Key later this month, based on my Immortal, which is very on brand for me. If you know anything about me, if you are into the kids on systems, bikes, brooms, etc., I will be running some of those at PAX Unplugged. So if you think that I'm funny and cool and you want to play with me, you can play with me over there in December.
Oh my god, we're gonna be at PAX Unplugged together.
Wait, you're gonna be at PAX Unplugged?
Yes, I am.
Wait, do you need a room? Because I have space.
Yes.
You can be in my.
Great.
It's just me and Mark right now. It's just,
Okay.
okay. I'm so glad that we figured that out right now.
Live on stream. This is what live streaming
You can
is
find
all
me
about.
and Becca at.
That's so funny. Holly, what do you have going on?
You can find me on Twitter at RoxasBuddy. You can also find me on itch.io, where I make weird tabletop games.
Weird
I'm
tabletop
working on.
games.
Yes, my newest game is called The Moon Fucking Hates You.
Oh. Oh no.
I have a moon cold.
Yeah, you do have a moon cold.
I do have a moon cold. We'll talk about that later.
Inconvenient for the moon to hate you.
Yeah. And I'm hoping to start doing conventions next year. I'm hoping to be in the financial situation where I can start at least going to ones in surrounding states.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And then Becca, what else do you have going on? Where can people find you?
Well, this is to Tiffany.
Yeah.
But you can find me anywhere that I'm worth finding as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 as the final O or not. Really depends on a case-by-case basis. As for other things I'm in, typically you can find me over on Mondays at twitch.tv/talkingxp for Ravenloft Misfits, where we're playing Curse of Strahd, and we're almost done with it. And that's very fun. And then you can also find me on Saturdays, usually during this normal time slot, over at twitch.tv/GammaZillaKong for Shadows of Sharn, a game in the Eberron setting where I play a single character now and not a character playing a character.
Probably easier.
It's a lot easier. And also, I'll be at PAX Unplugged.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Amazing. And then as for me, I'm Taylor Felicity. You can find me everywhere online at Roll for Felicity. I'm kind of in between stream planning stuff because I'm going to be at Big Bad Con. So I'm mostly getting ready for that. I think my next stream that I have scheduled is Oh god, when is it? The end of next month I have an Over the Table stream planned, which for people who aren't familiar, Over the Table is my stream series where I read TTRPG related Reddit stories to 2 guests. Becca has been on before. And we
What a
talk about
chaotic
them.
time.
Yeah, we judge people and talk about what we like in TTRPGs, what we don't like in TTRPGs. So that's going to be November 30th. I think I will probably have some other streams, but I just don't have them planned yet. And then also I am running games. I'm a professional GM. So if you like one-shots or games like Good Society, you can check out my Start Playing page and book me for something. Also, you can commission me for a one-shot. I'll run something for you if you pay me. Really, whatever. Any game you want. I just ran a Homestuck game. So, really, if people want to pay me to run a game, I will run it. But I think that's everything. So thank you all so much for joining me for this one-shot. This was super fun. I'm really glad that you were down for this, and also really glad that I had people who remember more about Homestuck than me, which was a blessing. And then thank you all also to everyone who's watching. Thanks for people who redeemed, have the chat act on, impose their will on the narrative. That was fun to get the cherubs involved. But yeah, I think that's everything. So do you all want to say goodbye to the chat and goodbye to the YouTube VOD?
Skill
Bye.
issue.
Bye.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. Bye.